Black Crows, thorn in my pride. Good morning, everybody. Some Black Crows today because I guess they're officially breaking up. Yeah. I feel like they have been broken up for many, many years, but what they made it official yesterday, Eric?
Yeah, they said this it's just not going to work out anymore. There's too many problems, and
oh no,
nobody.
What are the problems? The brothers still fighting?
Yeah, there's something in the article there that somebody wanted to be a salaried employee, and like, well, how many band members do you know that actually get paid a salary every year for being in a band? It's usually just. What, Jim?
Can I not smile at my friend here?
No, because there's something wrong.
He's doing well.
There's nothing wrong. But
he's doing well.
He's doing. I love Iraq, and it was just him tripping on that word salary.
Oh,
I also didn't have water yet. So.
It just made me happy.
He wants to be a salary employee. What does that mean? And which guy wants that?
I'm trying to find the article.
If it's not Chris or Rich, who cares?
Yeah.
The brothers, as long as you keep those guys happy, which is almost impossible because they fight all the time. How are you a band with your brother and you fight all the time? You know how much money they're leaving on the table by being just assholes to each other?
Same thing with Oasis.
Well, that's why I mentioned the brothers thing, yes.
I don't know. I can't imagine fighting with a sibling all the time. Like, my sister and I get along. We've never collaborated together.
Right.
But maybe some siblings just don't like each other.
But there's millions of dollars at stake. How hard is it to be in a band?
Yeah. Well, they might have made the money already.
A successful band, I should say.
Jim's right. If you already have multiple millions, why would you care about leaving it on the table?
I don't know. They just never reached their full potential, that band. I love the Black Crows. I've seen them probably 10 times. I went with a safe choice this morning. But who wants to be the salary employee?
That's what I'm pulling up the Rolling Stone thing.
What does that mean? The guy just wants,
I guess he wants to know how much money's got coming in.
Just like being at work?
I don't know.
Don't you join a band or do radio or do comedy because you don't want a real job?
Yeah.
So why would you now be in this situation where you don't have a real job and you're turning it into where it feels like a real job?
I don't understand that, or what you could possibly, unless they're reporting it wrong or we're picking up on it wrong. That's a bizarre thing for a guy in a band to expect.
Oh, yeah. The drummer wants to relinquish 100% of his share, reducing him to a salaried employee, and it's not something I could agree with, says Chris Robinson.
All right, so get another drummer.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, he's arguing with his brother and then other people.
Hold on. The drummer wants to do what?
The drummer wants to relinquish 100% of his share, I guess, in the band.
Okay.
But it'll reduce him down to being a salaried employee, I guess, in their company that runs everything.
Yeah.
And Chris says it's not something that I could agree to.
Wait, the drummer is willing to give money up?
Yeah, a lot of this stuff's all over the place. It's mostly focusing on the brothers, but then that line comes in at the end, and you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe he feels like he could make more money as a salary.
Oh, maybe.
Salaried employee. Salaried employee.
Salaried employee. I don't know. That's weird. Who the fuck would want to give up 100% of their interest in the band and want to be a salary? Unless you got another project you're doing, I don't get it.
That's about money. He figured out he probably could make more money doing it that way. Right?
I would guess so.
Here's the headline. The Black Crows have been done for many, many years, but now they're kind of making it official in Rolling Stone magazine. Huh?
I think he's just trying to make this a bigger deal as it is. Like, he's coming out being all, with everything. We worked really hard and trying to be so deep and making it a bigger matter than it really is. It's just they're not getting along, and then nobody wants to get together and put together a new album or do a tour anymore.
Well, it's like the way I wanted our salaries to be. I think the fact that we get paid as being on the radio.
Yeah.
I think that the audience should have little buttons they push whenever they chuckle, and that's how our salary should be determined. When the chuckles come in, the show gets paid. When not, we don't.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble then.
Oh, I think we all are. Let's be frank.
But the Black Crows are one of those bands. Pearl Jam never went away. And they do great touring. They make so much money just touring constantly. And the Black Crows kind of had that feel for a long time. Their live shows were just amazing.
Do they all have different managers? When everyone starts getting their own managers, that's when things get fucking ugly.
I don't know. I think they're probably sick of Chris Robinson and his pot.
Why? He smokes a lot of pot?
Oh, boy, does he smoke a lot of pot. Jay Moore used to tell the stories of Chris Robinson. He couldn't do anything without just having a toke constantly. He was very into his drugs.
I don't see how it would affect the band. Who cares? Unless it's making you miss rehearsal. Who gives a fuck?
Right. Eric, are you ready for the Eric is wrong on this?
Sure, why not?
Let's start with Mike in Boston. Mike, help us out with the Black Crowes situation.
Yeah, I think you guys just got the press release a little backwards there. I read it last night. I'm a big fan myself for the band. Basically, what Rich Robinson, who issued the release, was saying that his brother Chris wants to basically reduce Rich's share and take away the drummer's share, Steve Gorman, make him a salaried employee.
Oh, that makes more sense. So Chris wanted to have him relinquish and become a salaried employee, and he's going no, because Chris is probably the guy that writes the songs, and he's like the fucking balls of the band, he thinks, or is.
Right.
Okay, that makes more sense. They're like, fuck you.
But he's doing it to his own brother too.
Apparently, yeah. I mean,
he wants to reduce Rich's share.
That's what I get out of the statement, because I guess Rich is the one who released the statement, and was pretty pissed off about it. So,
did you read that wrong, Iraq, or did you?
See,
yeah, I think I read it backwards.
Oh, God, that makes way more sense.
God damn you.
Chris Robinson's kind of getting
makes more sense.
It makes all the sense in the world. If Chris Robinson's ego is getting in the way, and he feels like he's the big star, and he wants to knock everyone's money down around him.
Yeah.
But what sucks is Chris Robinson could now get a few guys, a few session players, and he could do a whole bunch of Black Crow songs because he's the voice of the band.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be completely the same because, the musicians and stuff, but they could get it pretty close, and you would feel like you're listening to the Black Crows anyway.
Hardcore fans care, but I know a lot of people on the outside, fringe people, don't give a shit. It's more of a hardcore people that care.
It sucks for the rest of the band because they're not the actual voice.
The bassist, no one cares about. No one cares the bassist is going out and doing the original songs.
Well, Steve Gorman, he's been a very important part of the Black Crows for a long time. He's the guy we had on the air, right? That Jay Moore turned us on to, I believe. He has no problem talking shit. We got to get him on the radio. He'll definitely say more about this. Mike, thanks for clearing that up.
All right, thanks. That's Jimmy. Seeing you tomorrow night, man. Can't wait.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I feel ready, so let's hope all goes well.
You are ready.
I think so.
Yes. Let's say hi to Scott in Connecticut. Scott.
Hey, guys. What's up? Morning, boys.
Good morning.
Hey, a couple years ago, I saw the Black Crows in Connecticut, and, wow, the show had definitely lost all its energy. It was just, like you said, Chris and his pot. It was like patchouli fest. It wasn't a good show.
Huh.
When was the last time you saw them?
I saw them, I'm trying to remember where here in New York, but Tyson Walter, of all people, he's a huge Black Crows fan. We've been talking to about Tyson all week.
Yeah.
He used to play for the Cowboys, and Florentine just did a podcast with him that you got to check out because he gives you a lot of inside scoop on the NFL and being a player in the NFL. He got us the tickets. So that could be 8 years ago, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah, but they've lost the creative edge long time ago. So, yeah, I think it's done.
Well, you lose the hunger, I guess. You get that kind of money.
That typical rock star thing. You start out hungry. You play, you collaborate, you come up with some really creative stuff, you get successful, and then you lose your edge and your creativity.
Yeah, I listen to the Pearl Jam channel a lot, and there are days I think to myself, how the hell does that band play these songs and make believe they're still into, playing them? There's no way they're into playing Black again for the 10,000th time, but somehow they know how to fake it and make it sound amazing like the first time they ever played it live. How do you do that after a while?
I would say chemistry and just for the love of what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, is money the motivator still? When you know these guys probably don't need another dollar in their lives?
What a scumbag move, though, to want to take one of the... If the band is still active.
Yeah.
To want to take one of the guys and go, look, we're doing it all these years, but we think you should take less now. Like, what a dick move.
It's a dick move because people aren't talking about the Black Crows in general right now, so it's the wrong time to maybe try to do that. So...
Yeah.
We've had a few musicians in here, and when they're being honest, they will tell you like, "Oh yeah, I'm so sick of playing such and such song. I wish I didn't have to play it anymore, but that's just what the people want." But the Black Crow, the Pearl Jam just pulls it off. You see them live, they're just fucking amazing, and they're so into it still. And I don't know if that's good acting or for whatever reason, they really, truly are really still into performing live like that.
Yeah, I don't know how you get motivated for the same. I literally do jokes for X amount of time, and then I'm kind of like, I'm happy to be done with them.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, it's like you want to just keep moving forward, and you get bored. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you do the same song for 20 years. Maybe because the reaction from and the crowd is so amazing every time. But I don't know how you do that without getting sick of it.
Maybe it's just like coming. When you know the crowd is so into hearing an elderly woman behind the counter in a small town.
You do never get sick of coming. That's true.
So maybe that's maybe it's that same euphoria. I don't know.
Blowing loads never gets old.
I've always wondered that, though. Because after a while, it can't just be about the money.
Yeah.
Because, also these guys will tell you that they absolutely hate traveling. You get to a point where you just do not want to be on the road traveling like that anymore.
Yeah, you bang enough groupies, you fuck enough different girls, then you finally get one you love, and you got a kid, and you probably want to just stay home with the kid.
Yeah.
And just relax a little bit and not be all over the place. The stupid, the craft services before, the catering, it's the same scene, the same smells, same dressing rooms, taking a shit while people are in your fucking dressing, and you're just done with it.
You're talking about your life right there.
But not on that level. No, I have very much mine. I have little pretzels, and I have pretzels in the dressing room and little pieces of carrot. This is just a whole thing. These guys got to get there at 2 p.m. for sound check. It's a whole fucking thing.
I'm sure when you're young and and you're just becoming famous, it's got to be the most amazing thing to tour like that.
Yeah.
But I've talked to all you guys, and there's not. I can't think of a stand-up comic that I know that actually really enjoys going on the road.
It's a whole process that, like, you're flying, and it's fun to be right. You're lucky.
You enjoy performing, but you don't like the, like you said, going to the airport, going through the whole nonsense, weekend after weekend.
It's like anybody else's job. Any job you have out there, there's things about it you don't like. Some people hate their whole job. With comics, you like what you do, and there's parts of it that are a little irritating. But even that said, it's still easier than anything like I ever did before. It still beats fucking driving a forklift.
Well, you got to add that to the conversation.
Yeah.
In the end, you're like, holy fuck,
it's not hard.
This is amazing. I don't have to be in a cubicle every day. I did the cubicle
boys.
thing.
You ask any veteran musician, they love the show, hate the touring and the travel.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. It's getting up, it's schlepping your shit through the airport. Which again, you're talking to a guy who's working outdoors today. He's like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Like, who cares about your dumb airport problems? And he's right.
Right.
But just it just gets to be irritating, like anything else can get to be irritating.
There you go.
I got to punch out, fellas.
Hey, thank you, Scott. Good call. Let's go to Brian in New Hampshire. Brian.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Are you going to broadcast a little Jimmy show tomorrow or what?
I know. I was kind of thinking of doing that. I am going to Boston with Jimmy. I'm extremely excited because I don't hit the road as much as Jimmy. To Jimmy, it's almost like another gig, although he is taping his special this weekend. But to me, I'm like, holy fuck! I get to go away and chill out in a hotel for a couple days. I don't know. Maybe we'll just go and get beers with everybody.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll grab a beer for you.
Sounds good. We'll see.
I'll see you tomorrow night then.
You got it, man.
Bye, sir. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this one too because it's not a flight. Like, it's not a flight. It's a train ride.
That choo-choo train ride to Boston is awesome.
It's easy. You just sit there. You don't have to do anything. There's very rarely delays.
There's a lot to look at out the window.
You peek out the window. You're online. You get to fly. Like, I'm going to rebook the Seattle gig. I had to cancel to shoot.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to find a compatible date. But when you do a gig like that, there's a whole. You hope your fucking flight's not delayed so you don't miss the show. It's a whole day of travel. It's just it's annoying.
Seattle playing Green Bay this weekend. Did you hear what a Green Bay radio station's doing? I love keeping up on my my radio stations.
No.
They're not playing any grunge music.
Oh, God, what shit. What dicks.
There was a headline yesterday, though, in one of the rags. I forgot what station, because that's how much I don't give a fuck in the end. I just think it's hilarious. They've decided to go grunge-free.
Awful.
Because they're playing the Seahawks.
The grunge places. The grunge town.
Isn't that
stupid?
Is that stupid?
Yes, it is stupid.
Is this it? A Milwaukee radio station has banned Nirvana. Oh, this one's just banning Nirvana? There's another station that is banning... okay. A Milwaukee radio station has banned Nirvana because of football. No Pearl Jam and no Soundgarden either until after Sunday's championship game.
What tools?
But they got us talking about it, so I guess it works in a weird way. But we're completely mocking it. What else do they... What's the channel? 94.5 The Lake.
It's all about the variety.
No, what?
I hate when they say it's all about anything. It's never all about anything.
No, it's all about the bass. Everyone knows that. It's not all about the variety, Sam.
It is the bass.
All about the bass. I was amazed when I found out she was a white girl, by the way. I really thought that was just a plumpy black chick singing that song.
Who sings that?
Some white broad that looks like she's upper middle class.
Have you heard the follow-up, though?
No. Why would I?
Because she references
the bass again?
The bass in the follow-up.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And it's like one of those, like, no.
Are you saying it was like Chip's on when he had one verse down and then referred to this the first verse and the second verse and it was a bomb?
In the last verse, I said you were
Yeah.
What about this lake? What are they saying?
Well, Susan Smith got upset because we're crying.
It's a variety station, so they probably don't even play that much like grunge music.
I just saw a headline saying, say no to what? To grunge or say no to Seattle?
No to Seattle.
Say no to Seattle.
Yeah, I bet they're not going to have any Starbucks either that week.
Don't drink coffee this week, man.
Ugh. To help change the karma and give the Packers all the support they need for Sunday's big title game, 94.5 The Lake has chosen to say no to Seattle. No Nirvana, no Pearl Jam, no Heart until the Packers beat the Seahawks on Sunday.
See, if they really wanted to make a statement, they would only play grunge bands where people are dead. Like, they would only play Nirvana, where, what would Leighton Staley's band fucking...
Alice in Chains, you go Mother Love Bone.
Yeah. They would only play that shit and put a laugh track behind it. Yeah. That's how you support the Packers.
Certainly a few others in there, yeah.
We're going to shoot you in your faces.
Yeah, exactly. Ha ha, do like fucking rain suicide jokes.
Let's go to Ron in Edison, New Jersey. Ron.
Hey, Opie, Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I heard on the news this morning there's a town, I think, in Bainbridge Island, Washington, outside Seattle. They're banning cheese for the game because of the cheeseheads, I guess.
Yeah, good. That's good.
Oh, God, I didn't think Seattle was going to be just as douchey as Green Bay on this one.
When do we become so cute as a country?
I don't know.
Like thinking things are so cute.
Are the mayors betting something?
Yeah, blowjob. It's a really weird bet.
So they're banning cheese.
I don't know. Maybe they're betting from under cheese.
Well, we got the article on that one, too. What is this one saying, Sam?
Oh, this is outrageous. The city manager of Bainbridge Island, which is in Washington, has issued an executive order banning the possession and consumption of cheese in City Hall.
In City Hall? Who brings cheese in City Hall?
Oh, my God. That means that a lot of people can't testify in court if there's no cheese eaten. Oh, shit. Get it?
Rats.
Get it?
Yeah, kind of got
Mafia joke.
Yeah, I know.
Yay.
It was clever, actually.
Thank you.
It was
joke
very
made
clever.
Me say rats.
All right, so they're banning cheese in City Hall.
Yeah. Section 1, all executive branch departments and divisions of the local government shall authorize employees to celebrate Blue Friday on each Friday prior to any game of the Seattle Seahawks by wearing Seahawks jerseys, logo gear, team colors, and gathering at lunch or breaks for tailgating type foods and non-alcoholic beverages.
Oh, it's fun. Keep it fun, but keep it safe.
Section 2.
Yeah.
On Sunday, January 18th, 2015, the Seattle Seahawks opponent in the NFC Championship game will be the Green Bay Packers, a.k.a. Cheeseheads. Fans of the Green Bay Packers are frequently seen wearing obnoxious, wedge-shaped foam hats painted yellow.
That stinks.
Section 3, due to the relationship between the Green Bay Packers, their fans, and cheese, the possession of and or consumption of cheese or cheese-flavored products shall be banned in Bainbridge Island City Hall on Friday, January 16th, 2015.
Our society has become just a bunch of hacks. Like, this is the best thing you could do because the two teams are playing each other.
Yeah, and what didn't get done because they were wasting all their time writing all this up?
Thinking they're hilarious.
It's not funny.
They think it's hilarious.
That's not funny.
They're probably reading it at City Hall going, oh, look at us. Oh, we're a bunch of cards.
Yeah. You wouldn't enjoy that? Like, we're going to work and like, I'd rather work in the Charlie Hebdo office. Fucking.
Yeah, all right. Who do you want in the Super Bowl?
I don't care.
Does it matter?
Nah, I mean, I'm one of those things where, like, if my team's not playing, I don't give a shit. I'll watch. There's a part of me that, as much as it was a heartbreaking loss, when the Super Bowl happens, there's no pressure, so I just don't give a fuck. Right. So if it's a good game, I have no emotion in it. I just enjoy the game. But I could care less.
I truly want the Patriots and the Packers.
Yeah.
A little Super Bowl redo. When were they in the Super Bowl? Probably 97-ish. I'll go. 1997 or maybe 1998. It'd be good to see that Super Bowl again. Little rematch. I truly want to see that.
Yeah, it was. Looks like it was the 96 season, so it happened in 97.
97.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just want a safe game, guys. That's all I care about.
That's cool.
Thanks.
That's cool.
A good, hard-played game.
Absolutely.
I mean, that way we all come out winners.
You know what? Nobody loses if no one gets hurt.
True.
Fucking Cosby. How do you not love this fucking arrogant motherfucker?
What did he say? He's ready for the protesters? Or the hecklers or something?
He released a statement on his website.
Yeah.
Dear fan, I wish I did Cosby. Dear fans, I have thousands of loyal, patient, and courageous fans. He wrote fans twice. It's good writing.
Yeah.
That are going to leave their homes to enjoy an evening of laughter and return home feeling wonderful. I'm ready. I thank you, the theater staff, the event organizers, and the Colorado community for your continued support and coming to experience family fun entertainment. What a douche!
Wow.
And he puts a comma after family.
Right.
No, family fun is the adjective, not family. You're not experiencing family in the fucking audience.
No.
There's an ellipses after an exclamation point. He is not great with grammar.
No. Family fun entertainment. And then he writes at the end, hey, 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 I'm far from finished.
Hey, hey, hey.
That's the best way to deal with rape allegations. Quote a cartoon.
Right. That means you want to get a few more in before he dies.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. Well, so what does that mean? He's going to be doing more shows?
Well, yeah, AEG Live is the promotion. And I don't even blame them for putting it on because there's just so much money at stake. And the head of the, I guess, AEG said, hey, if the allegations turn out to be true, I'm going to be appalled and disgusted. But he goes, at this point, I feel an obligation. A lot of people want to see the show, and the artist has not been charged and convicted, and I don't feel right playing judge and jury. You know, look, as the promoter, there's a little plausible deniability. Look, he hasn't been convicted of anything, so fuck it. Let him go, do his gig.
But why doesn't he also add, and I don't want to lose all that money?
Yeah, that would be kind of good.
That comes into play as well. There's a lot of money at stake.
Well, they canceled him in Worcester, Mass?
Worcester?
Is it Worches? Worcester.
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 That's Worcester, yeah.
That's Worcester.
Wait, Worcheder is Worcester?
Yeah.
Wait, is there an H in that?
There's an H in it. That doesn't say Worcester. If that's Worcester, look up Worcester, Mass.
Wait, where are we looking?
WOR in the bottom. A February show in Worcester, Mass.
Oh, yeah, that's Worcester, Mass.
That's how you spell Worcester?
Yeah.
With a fucking CH?
Yeah, I forgot there was an H in there, yeah.
Oh, all right.
That's where AAF was.
I know it's a weird spelling.
It's definitely Worcester. Yeah, we had to make sure we pronounced that properly when we... Oh, wait, there's...
No, Worcester is WORCESTER.
That's what I thought. So,
okay, well then this is either another place where it's a misprint.
So
That's how it is in the article.
I know, that's what I'm reading.
No, I'm just saying that it wasn't from us. That's exactly how they posted.
I know. So is this a place in Mass?
Is it a Bill Cosby
I
quote?
think it's Worcester. I think it's Worcester, Massachusetts, but they spelled it wrong.
Oh, in the article.
Because they probably thought there's no way it's spelled WORCESTER. Of course that's how it's spelled.
1200.
I panicked there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Worcester.
That's Worcester, Massachusetts.
All right, so there's a misspelling. Only 1,300 out of 2,300 tickets were sold. So there's 1,000 open seats. So I guess that's the main. And they're going to be dealing with protests, but I think a lot of them just want to make the money and get the fucking gig over with.
Yeah.
He has a certain amount of balls doing shows, though. I'll say that.
Someone wants to know, why has nobody come forward as Bill Cosby's roofie supplier?
Because that's a good question. Well, who the fuck would come forward and go, I'm the one that helped him with the rape drug?
Yeah.
Terrible thing to come forward.
Plus, dude, it could
Most
be...
drug dealers don't feel like coming forward.
It could be anything, too. It could be one of those things where it's a legal drug that he just spikes you with. It could be a combination of two legal things.
It could be a sleeping pill that his doctor prescribed for him.
Yeah, or that one of his guys gets.
Or it could be nothing. It could all be false.
Yeah. Who the fuck knows?
I think we know.
No, I mean, who the fuck knows what the drug is?
Oh, yeah. That's still out there for debate.
And I hate to tell the guy, but drug dealers, don't come forward when you're in trouble.
Yeah,
I'm the one who supplied them. I'll take the hit here.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I can picture a scenario where, those 20 rapes, I'm the accomplice.
Yes, I'm the guy who should be also indicted. I don't want to see Bill take this alone. I made hundreds of dollars over the years.
That is a poor choice.
I was profiteering off of the misery of these gals.
Gals. And he said gals.
There's only one reason why we're working today. Because we have many Pacquiao coming in the studio, and he's probably one of the most famous people in the world.
Yeah.
That discredits our other guests, but okay.
Who?
We have two guests today, and you said the only reason we're working.
Oh, yeah, right. That was an add-on. Let's be honest with each other.
We're happy Barry's
We would have
here.
been in Boston by now if it was only Barry Williams' book today, Sam.
Okay.
We stayed behind a day because we get to talk to Manny Pacquiao. And we both saw the documentary last night.
Yeah.
Not together.
No, not at all. No, we were going to watch it together, but then we just wound up jerking each other off.
It took me 4 hours to see the documentary. It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, you're thorough.
Stop, play, have to answer another question about life. Okay, now I can go back to the documentary.
Oh, okay.
I'll make believe I have to go to the bathroom, and then I drag the laptop into the bathroom so I could watch a little more of the documentary. But then I got kids banging on the door. What are you doing in there? I'm scared. I'm like, why are you scared? It's exhausting to try to watch a film in my house.
Sometimes when we touch.
Yeah, with Dan Hill. Dan Hill doesn't have a voice anymore. You notice that?
Well, yeah, he's an older guy, I guess.
Yeah, he shouldn't be telling Manny Pacquiao how to hit those notes because he was having a tough time in the documentary as well.
Yeah, that was quite enjoyable.
I liked the documentary. I wish they spent a little more time on his upbringing because it's just an amazing story. I mean, he literally had nothing growing up. His family had nothing.
Yeah, no running water. Just broke.
He figured out that if he works at one of those fishing nets, he could maybe bring some fish home so they could eat. And he never saw cars before or TV. And he was brought up in the war torn country. There was a lot of war going on when he was coming up. It was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then he sneaks onto a boat for 3 days to get to Manila because he knew as a fighter he would have more opportunities there. And then just came on the scene and just became just an animal. I just wish they spent more time between him living pretty much in a hut in the middle of the woods and him going to Manila.
I have some good questions too. So what's going on with this Floyd Mayweather fight? I'll ask him that when he comes in.
You think it's going to happen now?
I don't know. It looks like Pacquiao signed on like a day or two ago. I just heard the news, and then they say Mayweather.
It's up to Mayweather, right?
Yeah, there was speculation. Well, we'll ask him. They said it was like Bob Arum that was stopping it at one point. Who the fuck knows? I mean, everyone they each blame each other. Personally, I think Mayweather's one of the best ever, but I think he was a little scared about losing that.
It's more Mayweather than Manny Pacquiao. Mayweather has a lot to lose here. He's 49-0, right?
Yeah, but are you guys finally going to do this fight or what? I'm going to ask him about it. It's
good.
So what's going on with this Mayweather fight?
You should ask him if they're friends behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, you guys hang out? Are you friends? I'll ask him that. You guys put friends behind the scenes?
The delivery of your questions are really good,
yeah.
too.
Well, I mean,
coming from poverty, you feel better now?
It's insightful, Jimmy.
He got through the poverty thing and becomes one of the greatest fighters ever.
Do you ever think you're just retiring and just getting out of the whole game?
Then he becomes a politician.
Yeah.
In a country that loves blowing up politicians, by the way.
Yeah.
They take out a lot of politicians in the Philippines. I learned that from the Journey documentary with that kid that they plucked out of nowhere to become the singer of Journey. In that documentary, they show how a lot of these politicians are just taken out in convoys and stuff. They're in a convoy trying to go from one place to another, and then they just blow up everybody.
I think Vice covered that on one of their shows. Yeah.
Was it Vice?
Yeah.
Maybe it was Vice, and it wasn't the Journey documentary. Fair enough.
By the way, I have to disagree. I would have been here for Barry Williams as well. Not just Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
I like Pacquiao, but Barry Williams has a show coming. I'm kind of interested to see.
Yeah, we could.
What you doing?
Barry, I'm just fucking kidding. Relax. He's listening to the show right now?
I'm sure he knows you're kidding.
Kinda.
Well, where is he?
He's in the office.
Oh.
Yeah, we could bring him in. I want to talk about the Pacquiao thing a couple more minutes, though.
Okay.
And then he finds God. And then he has he's got side pieces that he had to get rid of. One day he makes it all go away by just saying, "Oh, I had a dream and God talked to me," and that's how he got out of a lot of shit. Right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them find religion.
And now he's like a preacher. He promotes the Bible, I guess.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really need a lot of promotion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You go to church every Sunday. Even in training, does that get difficult? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
True.
Thanks.
So it'll be very exciting to talk to Pacquiao today. How's his English? Because in the documentary, there's a lot of subtitles.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's. I wouldn't say it's as good as other guys, but couldn't be any worse than what we hear. In most sports interviews, or half of them,
or every day in this studio.
Yeah.
Let's get Barry Williams in studio because he's got to get the hell out of here before Pacquiao gets in here.
Why?
I don't know.
Pacquiao probably likes him because he's wholesome. Yeah.
I haven't seen Barry in a while. We used to do dinner in New York every time he was in town.
I can't imagine why he wouldn't call you.
What happened?
After that introduction.
He knows I'm fucking with him. He's good.
Yeah.
He'll be totally good.
Oh, you're not going to like this one. No? You're not going to... Oh, no.
He's all the way down the studio. In the offices. Uh-oh. Now Roland's got to convince him to come. Oh, no, here he comes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy. I'm sure he knows you're just joking.
He knows I'm joking.
I hope.
I got this. Don't worry.
Okay.
He's good. I know him pretty well. We talk a lot. Not as much as...
This prep sheet says he played fucking Greg Brady. I'm going to spit on someone. No, it doesn't. Okay, good.
Not as... we haven't talked as much in the last couple of years because he's now in Branson, but I considered him a friend for many years.
This is not going to be good.
Here comes Barry Williams.
Here's the story.
Go for it, Jim.
Of a hug from Jimmy.
That was good. That was surprisingly good.
Thank you. Hi, Barry.
I feel free.
What's up, Barry? It's been too long. You don't age.
Thank you.
What the fuck? You don't age, brother.
How are you? You look great, man.
I'm trying to hang in there.
You got your eyes open. Do I get a microphone?
Yeah, sit over there, Barry. Do you know Manny Pacquiao?
I know who he is, and I was listening.
Yeah. Oh, we were just fucking around, by the way. You didn't take any of that stuff seriously, did you?
No.
We were supposed to take today off, and then we found out that Manny Pacquiao was coming in. So we're like, fuck, we got to work, because you don't get an opportunity to talk to Manny Pacquiao. And then, because we're here, then we, of course, booked you as well.
Oh, thank you.
So, but Jimmy said he would be...
I feel good. I feel as good as trying to get up here.
Yeah?
That was nice. Yeah, a woman downstairs who has a lot of power and doesn't like her job.
Oh, here we go.
I was not in the system.
Okay.
I'm not in the system. And so there's just no proceeding through security to get up here. So
it's awful. I work here and I've had that problem. Like, I'm like, how am I not in the system? I've been here for years. And I'm like, well, you're not in the system. It's horrible.
And it's fake security.
And then
in the end, it means nothing.
Then I found out I was in the system. It's just that my name, she didn't know how to spell Williams. So, she was looking it up like under one L, WILIAMS or something.
You look really bad.
Yeah, right. Let me tell you, in a moment like that, and it's honestly, how bad do you want to say I played one of the most fucking famous people on television ever, you idiot?
I do not do that.
Yeah,
and
but don't you want to?
Sometimes the reason I don't do it is because I've tried it.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
And what do they do?
I mean, it's the classic. You get frustrated, and finally, I just will say, dude. I mean, do you know who you're talking to here? Right. I mean, we're friends, aren't we? Didn't we grow up together? Yeah. And they start looking at me, and it's like the Brady Bunch, Greg Brady, and they go, "Who the fuck cares?"
Really?
I mean, they will go. It's never the right person.
You used to have teenagers chasing you down the street. Do they understand how famous you were back in the day, especially? Still famous now, Barry. Don't get me wrong.
Care. They don't care.
They don't care.
Guys have said I don't care.
Well, it's only the people that I ask, do you know who I am? So I don't do that.
Okay. Well, maybe if you say, do you know the words, do you know who I am? Like that guy Reese Witherspoon in trouble recently, I think. Right. You got to somehow tell them who you are.
How about, do you know who I used to be?
Yeah. Or if you just say, like, casually, I'm Greg Brady. What am I going to do, blow the building up? I mean, come on. I'm the nicest guy on the planet. I smoked cigarettes in one episode. That's all I ever did wrong. Like, if you do it, like, joking like that, maybe they'll go, all right, well, you're who?
You should carry
casually.
I think the last time I used that was 1978, and I was trying to get into a club here in New York. And they kept making me wait in line. I said, dude, come on.
Right.
Because No, and I don't care who you are.
But you're right. It's people down there that hate their jobs, and they have to kind of show that they got a little power, and they're going to just take it out on you. And it's fake security in all these buildings in New York. If there are terrorists that want to get something done, they laugh at those people. We got real security up here, thank God.
Yes. Yes.
But down there, it is
home,
a joke.
You know that, right?
Huh?
My old home.
This building? Mm-hmm. Well, you used to do some satellite radio.
Yeah.
What happened?
Sirius, 70s, the 70s station.
Right. What happened?
Yeah, about 4.5 years. Well, it wasn't full time for me.
Right.
So I was working and I was just doing like breaks.
You were good at it.
And recording them and then traveling around. And this is before you could get Wi-Fi everywhere.
Right.
And like I'm on tour and I'd do 6 shows a day, 4 hours a day. And all the research and, so because you produce and you edit and you have to like do all the balancing, equalizing and enhancing and then upload it and all. And it was too much. I just couldn't do everything, so I let it go. I had a ball doing it. About 4.5 years.
So why don't they bring it back maybe like on a more of a part-time basis, just to have the name on the channel?
Well, now it would work because you can, wherever you are, at least you can get online.
Right.
Before, I would like have to leave the hotel and run to like Staples and, sit around there and then figure out their system and how to do that. And it would take half a day to do.
Oh, wow. All right. So you were actually really doing all the... I just do like voice stuff for Ozzy's Boneyard, but I don't do any of the physical stuff that goes into it.
Well, when you're...
Wait, you're not actually there, Jimmy?
No,
when they're listening to you?
Meaning there's tech people. Oh, I'm always there at night. Every night.
Every night you're here.
Every night.
They need to know that you're there.
Yes.
Physically.
I
in
am.
between those songs.
But I don't do I don't actually pick the play button for the songs or anything. That's, I don't.
But that really was the cool thing. I was vacationing in the Caribbean and stuff and doing breaks from the beach and, wherever I was, even on vacations.
When I think 70s, I think, Brady Bunch. The 80s, they got the MTV DJs. Or VJs, I guess.
VJs.
They still got them for the 80s.
Martha Quinn, baby. Yeah.
Martha Quinn still...
Bobby's wife in the Bradys.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
She played his wife?
Yes.
Yeah, in the 80s, when we did the Bradys.
Yes.
Right.
Every few years, man. It's unbelievable.
I was back.
Are you guys done with the Brady Bunch finally?
Oh, yeah. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. Well, I think when Alice...
Is it freeing?
When Alice passed.
It's freeing.
The Brady Bunches now.
Yeah. How old was she?
88.
Okay.
But she was a strong 88, and then all of a sudden she just has this... I think it was a fall, right?
Do not fall. Do not fall. You get over 65, do not fall. And yeah, she fell.
Did she hit her head, or was it a broken hip, or...
My understanding was it was her head on the sink.
Oh, that could have been 20 though.
In the bathroom, and it could have been she could have slipped, or she could have stood up too quickly,
or maybe she just had it and just rammed her head into the sink. Said enough of this Brady Bunch shit. She's a woman of God, so she was ready.
Could be.
She probably just could have had her right into the sink.
She lived it on her terms, but no, I don't. Yeah, and Florence turned 80.
Wow, really?
This past year.
You still see her?
Mm-hmm.
Romantically, I mean.
She's my neighbor. Little midnight knocks. Flo. It's Greggy.
You guys didn't really go out. You made out a little bit, right?
That's it.
Yeah. You didn't get it in.
No, that was Geraldo Rivera. All of a sudden, What
do you mean?
I was getting deflowered by my TV mom. A book, Growing Up Brady.
Right.
And, they throw you on these tour things, and one of the stops was Geraldo Rivera, the show.
Okay.
And so he was reading it, and he kind of misread it, and then he kind of went after it, and so he made it sound like, like we had been sleeping together.
Right.
Instead of like this date. But it came from Geraldo, so AP, UPI, and all that stuff. I was reading about this story in Hustler.
And it wasn't true.
Yeah, well, no, it was a date. I mean, it was a date.
Oh, how was it, though, kissing someone who had played your mom? I mean, that's so taboo to do that. That's got to be phenomenal.
It didn't feel taboo to me.
No.
Because, I've been watching her for like 3 years on the set and, teenager and...
Yeah.
Did she want
Did she want a little more from you?
No.
No, I love the honesty.
No. That was all in my head.
So, what a weird date, then.
Yeah.
Whose idea was this?
Mine.
Oh, okay. So she was just humoring you a little bit.
Well, music. It was all about the music thing, and she, she had a whole career outside of television and was touring all the time, and I knew I wanted to do that, and so that's where we went to go see a singer in L.A. And then
do you remember who it was?
His name was Rovan.
Okay.
He's one of the big, crooner kind of, think Engelbert Humperdinck kind of guys.
Right.
And to talk about that. And we did. And she was kind of showing me the ropes and what worked and what didn't work. And I was setting up like meetings with people that could, book me or take me to the next level. That was really the purpose of it.
Yeah. And where'd you go for the date?
It's the swankest. It was the swankest the club in LA. Okay, help me out. Where was Bobby Kennedy killed?
Oh, the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the club.
Everyone is screaming at the radio. The Ambassador Hotel?
Yeah, well, the Ambassador Hotel is definitely... Tropicana or something? No,
like that.
Club Fun?
All right, let's take some calls from listeners.
Yeah. Well, we're on a little delay, so then we have
it was a nightclub.
Yeah, it was a nightclub.
Who kissed who?
I kissed her.
I wonder if people were kind of surprised to see you two there.
They definitely were.
Oh, yeah. Do they know you were on a romantic date?
No.
No?
No. They didn't.
They didn't know.
It was just the two of us, though.
Yeah.
But remember, I'm like 16. She's 30, 34.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was great.
It makes me like her a lot more.
Yeah.
Knowing you're underage.
She's great.
There was a nightclub in the Ambassador Hotel?
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Yeah, he was killed in the kitchen.
That's right.
I don't know.
But that's where he was talking.
Right.
I'll think of it.
That's fine.
We'll circle around.
We had Christopher Knight in here recently.
Yeah. Cool.
Peter Brady, for the people that don't know.
I know that.
And he really went off about, how you guys pretty much got effed as far as the money goes. Yeah. And he was talking about how much money he actually was making per episode when he was filming, and I couldn't believe it. I don't remember the numbers anymber, but I remember
500.
I remember how
number.
He started at 5, and he ended up about 900.
900 an episode for it, and granted, it's way back in the day, but still, it feels like it was way too low for a hit show.
Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars,
right?
For now for Sumner Redstone because he bought it,
right?
Viacom, but Sherwood Schwartz made hundreds of millions of dollars.
And do you really dislike him for that? That's an old Hollywood practice, it seems.
No, I don't. I mean, go through the sports lineup of pitchers and things like that. The best pitcher, I think Sandy Koufax was making $90,000 a year,
right.
Back in the day.
Right.
It's just the way it was, or golf, tennis, all of that stuff. It's different. So you go out, you make you find your way, you make a living. And by the way, in terms of being good to me, it's different when you want to get a job with a network. And when the network wants you for a job. So when we did that show in '89, Very Brady Christmas.
Right.
I made more money doing that than all 5 years combined doing the Brady Bunch.
Oh, you were definitely holding out on that before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Wait, the Brady Bunch was only 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years.
See, that just doesn't seem possible because you guys aged so much in that 5 years.
I talk about this a little bit, too. It's the show... You'd think it's, that we did 15 years, but it's never, ever been off the air. Ever. 45 years, over 45 years, it's never been off the air. Each of the episodes is aired over 225,000 times. It's like 27 million half hours of TV. It's on 3 different networks right now.
And if a guy's making all the money off your hard work and everyone else that worked on the show,
throw me a nickel.
My point is this: you're saying hundreds of millions of dollars, Barry Williams should be able to go to his mailbox one day and be surprised by just a nice little thank you check. This isn't in anyone's contracts. There's no lawyers involved. I just want to let you know. I know you got screwed over a little bit, and I got 10 mansions because of the Brady Bunch. Here's a little taste.
What world is Opie living in?
A world where there is no show business, and there is no lawyers, and there is no executive producers.
But if you're making hundreds of millions, you'll never spend all that money in your lifetime. So why not, do the right thing?
I don't know. Sometimes
without lawyers involved.
This is a bunch of crap. But what I tell myself is, it's kept me grounded. I work for a living. I go out and do what I want to do and pay my taxes.
Sure.
It's one of those things where Like mafia guys treat you a lot better than corporate guys. Like when you look at what Vegas is, or as entertainers, those guys, if they ran show business, I mean, they would probably kill some people, but they would wind up throwing you extra money if they did well. That's the type, hey, we did good. But corporations will never, ever just cut an extra check, ever. They'll make you fight for everything, even if it's in your contract.
I'll say it again. When I was a caddy, I caddied for about 12 years.
Really?
The mafia guys were way cooler than the regular businessmen.
But they deal in cash, and that helps.
Yeah, that does help. But they always paid way more than the average, legit guy.
And it's different.
And they were nicer in general too. They were much easier to talk to.
It's different when you have cash too. Like if merchandise. We like Chris does these things too. You go out and you meet people and they have conventions and things. We had one here in New Jersey. Brady Bunch convention. It's a lot of fun. But you stand and meet your fans and talk and answer questions about episodes, and then sell a book or sell a photo or like this. And that's a lot of that is cash, and so it's easier to here you go. Thanks for taking care of me on the 18th hole here or whatever.
Distribute it a little bit.
Distribute it
discreetly.
Exactly,
right, of course.
And of course, that still has to go through the taxing process.
Oh, of course. You always, cause they declare what they pay you, so you have to declare what what you've made, obviously.
Exactly.
And, man. So you just moved to Branson. That was a hell of a commute for quite a few years.
We've been talking about you and Branson for years. You're not getting one over on us, Barry.
He's commuting.
We'll help you. We'll help you sell the show, but you've been in Branson, I think, 10 years now.
No,
how many years?
No. I moved there 2 years ago
officially.
But I've been officially
Okay.
But I've been doing shows there 4. It's kind of now. I heard you talking a little bit about the reality show thing. So the deal there is, as we all know, realities are everything but.
Yeah.
Scripted.
Assisted reality.
Yeah, it's like there's a whole term for that now. It's scripted reality.
My point, again, you are entertaining enough that you certainly don't need scripts to make good TV. You're fascinating.
I darn near burned and died in Branson first 2 years.
What do you mean?
Well, I went, and so I was asking. I love this place. I really genuinely. It's got this great energy, and it's beautiful, and it's got great lakes and hiking and boating, all this stuff. I just love it there, and it's simple. It's a lot easier. 10,000 people, 10,250 people live in the whole town.
That's it.
That's it.
And then how many tourists every week?
About 6 million, 7 million over the course of the
year.
8 months, 9 months, yeah.
So, all right. So you're talking about 750,000 a month coming through.
Yeah, there's a lot of hotel, motels, restaurants, theme parks, a lot of mini golf, and then the lake is a big deal because of professional bass tours, and they do the bow fishing with the bow and arrow. They have big fan boats and all that. But a lot of tours and then a lot of shows, like maybe 100 different shows. So, and they're all family. It's all family. So I was asking, okay, because I've done all kinds of incarnations, and I'm known as an actor, not a singer. So I'm asking, what kind of a show would be the best? And everybody, and I mean hundreds of people said Brady, and then toss in some Brady. And I'm going, really? They want? No, really? Oh no. Because because it's a big brand and everybody knows it. Right. So I said, okay. So I built a show around talking about that and going through the songs and the history of the show. And there's some interesting things about it because the Bradys were a sitcom and they were a cartoon show and a variety hour, and the Brady girls got married, and we all had a very Brady Christmas, and it's the Bradys and the movies and the books and the plays and the show. So and I have all that material. I have all that stuff. So, and then at one point, I even hired a cast to play the Bradys. Marsha, Jan, Cindy, Greg, Peter, and Bobby. Right. And then they would ask me questions, and they were the new Bradys. And I had to come up with a rule because I could not get traction with this show. It would not it just would not take off. So I made a rule. I'm the producer, right? I own the show, so I could make these executive decisions.
Right.
I said, okay, anytime we have fewer people in the audience than we have on stage, we're canceling.
You didn't have that.
And I canceled.
Good for you.
I canceled.
Thank God I don't have that policy. I'd never be on stage.
There were days
there were days that there would be like 5 people. 15 people.
So when they show that in the reality show teaser
representative.
Or whatever, that was real.
Representative, yeah.
Wow.
I literally did start there. Well, what happened was...
Did you have big crowds in the beginning?
No. I never did. I had a couple of big days,
right?
But I'm doing 6 shows a week,
right?
So no, it's a whole different animal. So here's what I did. I decided that I wasn't going to do what people were telling me, and I decided to do what I wanted to do in the first place, right? 58 years old, figure it out, do what you want to do, which was the 70s music. Because I love all that music I lived up with, and the demographic for Branson is that's who's there right now. People that grew up in the 70s, 60s, 70s, my age. And so that's working out much better. But even that is taking some traction because you have it has to catch on, and the show is there, and so that's all working, and I don't have to cancel shows anymore. So the reality show it's not about me. It's really not. It's this guy is that owns Great American Country is in love with this area. He loves the Ozarks, as do I, and it's mostly like a travel log, except I tell the story. And so the convention is, which is all true, and I literally packed two suitcases. I left my entire life with my ex-girlfriend, and
Where. You can't just throw that in. What happened, Barry? I thought you found love. What happened, Barry? What happened?
All the wrong places. Yeah. I literally packed 2 bags and moved to Branson. Set up shop and moved in, and I bought a place, and I put down roots. And so so that's kind of the convention of the show. It's like I leave L.A. I think he says the Hollywood life or whatever. And you're right. It's not me giving up on Hollywood. It's, Hollywood could do whatever. They didn't know what.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
You said it.
No, that was you.
Sorry.
Get the tape up.
Sorry.
Oops.
So
I forget people actually listen to this stuff.
Yes.
Listen. So, well, especially when
I love that with Jimmy for once.
Especially when they're talking about, like, me or, yourself, of course.
You search that out.
Yeah.
Like anyone else would.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, actually, I listened to it in real time.
You did?
Yeah, well, because you called me at, 6:30 in the morning.
Well, why wouldn't you pick up?
Because I was asleep.
You usually pick up when I call you, when I cold call you.
Yeah, well, I was asleep.
And you always threaten me.
I also knew that I would be here.
Right.
So, I thought, and I hadn't seen you forever.
Yeah. Why don't we, because I don't want to rush through this whatsoever. Manny Pacquiao is running early. And he only has till 8:40, so we're going to take a break. You're hanging. What time do you have to leave?
I'll hang.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to rush through this. There's way too much here. I need to find out about the girlfriend. I want to know why you're in New York. I want to properly sell the new show for you, right?
Yes.
And other things.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'll go have a breakfast sandwich.
Yes, all right. When we get back, Manny Pacquiao and more with Barry Williams. Stay there. All right, well,
yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is having a problem getting into the building, just like Barry Williams had a problem getting into the building.
I told Barry, don't feel bad if that's not just you.
Yeah, I guess he has an expired ID, so Club Soda Kenny ran downstairs to take care of the issue.
It's like, where's the common sense? How do you not see him and you know who he is? And then E-Rock told us, or Sam told us, that McCartney had trouble getting in the stopped, and Bruce Springsteen. It's like
Paul McCartney had a problem.
No,
he's a beat. You don't fuck with the Beatles.
How do you not know who these guys are?
You don't fuck with them. Springsteen, I could say.
Then I heard the guard made him sing 2 songs.
Yeah, prove it.
Could you belt out this message for my wife?
Oh, it's funny. They're on a power trip down there.
Or they're just so afraid. There's no room for any type of decision making, and they're so afraid.
You can't figure out that's Paul McCartney?
Or Pacquiao, a fighter. A musician I can understand more than a fighter. A fighter is so universal.
Right.
People who don't speak the language still watch the fights.
Prove you're a fighter, and then, he punches them with a nice right.
Shatters their teeth.
That would be wonderful.
It's a little frustrating.
So, all right, well, now we have some, he'll be walking in any second, so that's fine. Barry Williams was talking about the security guard. Could you just?
Oh, yeah. Well, security's. I think it might be universal. Filming the Brady Bunch, 5 years, and the one guard I meet every morning, Fritz. Is his name Fritz? So he's.
You had a thing with him, right?
No. A little, repartee. A little.
That's
hello
what I mean. Every day, like, hey,
right.
Fritz, how's the family? How is Christmas? All right. Anyway,
Can you put up
going to work today?
The arm so I can go in and park my car.
Yeah.
And we were canceled. In 1974 on a Friday. So Monday I went in to pick up my things out of the dressing room.
Sure.
And I went in, hey, Fritz, how are you? He said, doing great, Mr. Williams, how are you? And I go, well, it's okay, I'm picking up my things. He says, okay, do you have a pass?
He wouldn't let you through?
You have a pass to drive on the lot? I said, as a matter of fact, I don't. Oh, well, I'll call in for you. And that's what he did, and he goes, whatever. And so I drive to my parking space.
Yeah.
Right?
That they had all nice for you.
Yeah,
Being a big star.
The Barry Williams, a little star on the side, for my little sports car.
Yeah.
And, it's been painted over, and there's a new name on it.
Already?
It's like on Saturday. I don't know. Maybe they got up early Monday morning and, we got to get rid of this. I mean, I felt like I had been stomped out and rubbed in the dirt.
There was no name. You don't remember the name? It was nobody of note?
I think it was Ron Howard.
Oh, really? All right, fair enough.
But you know what they did? They wrote in just Opie.
That's a hell of a run. 5 years. You were some of the most famous people in the country, being chased wherever you go, and then boom, you need a pass to get into the studio. It's just to get your stuff.
They did The Godfather over there at Paramount while we were there. They were doing The Odd Couple and Bonanza and Mannix, Morgan Mindy. Happy Days was there. It was.
Did you check out any of the
awesome?
Any of those
they
shows?
Did all the Star Treks, Mission Impossible.
Wow. Did you check out any of those shows
all the time? I was on a lot of them too.
Right.
I did Gomer Pyle there, and I did Mission Impossible there, and I did Mod Squad, and a whole bunch.
Did you see them filming any of The Godfather?
No, gosh, no. That was a closed set deal. I mean, it's all cloaked in all kinds of secrecy.
Well, could you say, "Hey, I'm Greg Brady, man. I'm Barry Williams. I want to check this out for a
We weren't
bit."
in reruns yet.
No.
But sometimes I'd get to somebody on the, on the crew or something, and.
Why was the show canceled? The ratings dropped that drastically within.
The contracts were finished, the 5-year contracts, and
right.
they're going to have to re-up, so it was going to be a lot more expensive. And there were some problems between Dad, Mike Brady, Robert Reed, and the producer. So.
Oh, didn't he want it to be more serious? Right? Yeah, we talked about that once.
Much more serious.
He wanted it to be like a dramatic show.
Well, actually, the producer wanted to recast him.
So why did
they?
Yeah. Well, then, they can't. You can't do that. So they just decided.
Well, why not? I mean, there's so many other characters involved with that show. It might have worked for a year or two, is what I'm saying.
Might have, and I'm sure that the producer wanted to, but the network just they felt they had what they needed for syndication.
But the last year, you still had very good ratings.
Yeah, our ratings were as high as they'd ever been.
Wow, and they just said, "All right, that's it."
Yeah, that's it.
They could have easily squeezed a couple more years.
Yeah, they could have.
Huh. Hope I don't get punched hugging him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to have any clever songs, though.
Is he, where is he, Rock?
I guess he's on his way up here.
Oh, okay.
If he was punching Kenny.
All right, we're gonna, Barry Williams in studio. We're going to talk about his reality show after Pacquiao.
Manny! Oh, we do hugs around here.
What's up, Manny?
Good morning.
Barry Williams, good to meet you.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Manny. Oh, I get a hug too. Or
Smells good.
What's up?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hi, Jim.
Nice to meet you.
Manny Pacquiao in studio. We got to see your documentary yesterday, sir.
My documentary, yes.
What a story you got to tell. How do you feel as far as it came out?
It's good. I feel happy because I can inspire people.
Yeah, certainly. You have inspired a lot of people. I encourage everyone to see this documentary. I don't even know where it's going to be shown or anything.
Yeah, where are they showing it? Select theaters, and can you order it online?
Yeah, it's going to be showing
Here, get
AMC's. Okay, AMC theaters. That's fine.
AMC theaters. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
You
good.
came from nothing, man. You came from abject poverty. You had nothing growing up.
Yes. From a very poor family.
What was life like when you were a little kid? What was your day like when you were a kid?
Like nothing, and stay in the house and waiting for food.
How did you get food?
Sometimes we eat, but sometimes none.
Sometimes you ate, sometimes you didn't. And your dad wasn't around.
Huh?
Your dad?
My dad wasn't around because they already separated with my mom.
Did you ever see him again?
Yeah, I see him, but also he has nothing.
Oh, okay.
When you have little as growing up, do you have ever an idea of like, oh, if I ever get money, like money that I can burn or sell or a lot of it or spend? Was there something that you wanted to get that would say, I've made it, I finally have like a steak dinner or or a Rolls Royce or something?
Before when I was young, I'm helping my mother to earn money to buy food, and that's my focus is to earn money as we can. That's so I can give it to my mother and buy food.
Right. You started fishing as a kid. You helped the guys with the nets, knowing that you could bring some of that fish home, so you guys could eat.
Yeah. In that age, the owner of the boat they don't allow me to join because I'm too young to join them. But I told them we don't have food to eat, so I have to work and
sure
just to help.
Yeah, you got to make the money.
And at what age did you start thinking I want to be a boxer? It was pretty early on. How old were you?
I was young. Oh, sorry.
I was when I started boxing. I was 12 years old.
12?
Yeah, 11, 12 years old, and on that young, I don't know. I don't have an idea what is boxing.
Right. But I think it was your uncle's was your first trainer, right?
Yeah. My uncle he always watch boxing. He always watch. I'm asking what is that?
Yeah.
Keep punching. I don't know what is boxing on that time, and then he's watching on one fight with I think that's George Foreman and another boxer, and then Mike Tyson, and there's Evander Holyfield, and there's a championship, and my uncle he's joking, if you're gonna box and maybe you don't know, you'll be like them. It's beyond of my imagination.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know boxing. I don't have idea boxing.
Oh, you just didn't even know about the sport.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, and then in the documentary they show the gloves that he made, so you could actually train and box. They're very primitive. What were they made out of? They didn't look like actual boxing
like
gloves.
Cloth or something.
Yeah.
It's a cloth like a jeans.
Okay.
Yeah, jeans, and then they just make it like gloves.
Yeah, and does your uncle still live in the Philippines in the same type of situation he was in back in the day?
Yeah, still live in the Philippines. Same house and same place.
Same house?
Yeah.
Did he give him a little taste?
Yeah, did he want to move or does he like staying there?
They stay there.
Yeah.
No.
Like, did he want to come live with you?
But I help them.
No, I'm sure you help him.
Yeah.
It's a situation where he's comfortable where he is, and he likes living that way.
Yeah, they love to live there because that's that place that where they're living is their own.
Mm-hmm.
They own that property. And
Oh,
own
okay.
that house. So
Yeah.
It's home.
Why are you so happy when you walk in the ring? Like, every fighter tries to look intense and scary, and you walk in and you're smiling, and you never look like you're going to have a fist fight. Why are you so happy when you go to fight?
when I walk into the ring and the fight, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to this is it. I've been sacrificing and training hard for this fight, and this is the moment that I have to show to the fans.
What about this Mayweather fight? I mean, there's a speculation that it's now going to happen. What, is it look like it's going to happen?
It's very close. I mean, my promoter and me, we agreed everything that we want, and we're just waiting for the signed contract from them.
He can't duck you anymore. He can't duck Manny Pacquiao. He's got to sign.
Yeah, I mean, we're just waiting for the signed contract.
Do you think he was a little afraid to fight you because he knows that you could beat him?
I really don't have an idea, but if he don't, the problem is with him, not from us.
You've been ready to go.
I'm ready. I'm excited, and also the fans, I'm sure.
Oh my God, everyone's looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this might be the biggest fight in history. It could happen.
It could very well be. Well, what's the timetable on this fight if he signs soon?
Well, we'll
end of the year.
We just we give them time to think and wait the signed contract.
Okay. Are you still involved in politics? You're still doing politics, right?
Yes. I'm still a congressman in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty brave. A lot of stuff happens with those politicians in the Philippines. I've seen a few documentaries.
Yeah.
They take out their competitors a lot. Are you ever worried about your safety being a politician in the Philippines?
That's politics in the Philippines it's kind of if you're good person, you might be you have to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. But it's scary though. I mean, because there's been like during the election, sometimes during the convoys can get pretty dangerous. It seems like a very scary place to be.
Yeah, but we know already.
You know already.
Yeah, we know
but they
already.
like you too much anyway. Everyone loves you in the Philippines.
Yes, everyone. But I don't want to give confidence of that because people love me, and then I'm giving confidence. But I just want to make sure that.
Well, one reason you went into politics because you wanted to, fix the corruption and do things right, do things differently for the people.
Yes,
that came across in the documentary.
I'm helping people, even my own money. I expend it for the people, helping them, giving them every fight that I had is. After the fight, I go back to the Philippines and bought the land and divide it for build a house for its family who don't have a house.
And the documentary goes into like some of the things you did wrong too, which was good. It's very honest. It shows that you made some mistakes and you're married, you screwed up, and
found God again.
Yeah, I was before. I'm like I love to pleasure, man. I love to go outside drinking with friends and gamble, womanizing everything, and then I realized that I have a lot of responsibility in being a family man, and of course in the side of God, I follow God and I read the Bible, I obey God, and also keep on sinning.
Right.
It's hard to. I think everyone would have to go through that at one point, though. Like with all the success and the money, it's hard to say no.
Oh no, Jim. I'm glad I never made any mistakes.
Right? Everyone. Do you know the Brady Bunch? The show, the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
That's Greg Brady. So he had that's Greg Brady.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of similar experiences where he was being very sexually promiscuous at one point.
Yeah, in a word.
But but it was
going out, womanizing, drinking.
Yeah, it was with men.
With men. Manny's over there going, is he being real? Or is he... No men, Manny, no men.
It's pretty amazing he knows the Brady Bunch because in the documentary, you didn't know what a TV was. The first time you saw a TV in the documentary, you talked about how you walked around the TV to see where the people were, right? Is that true?
Yes. Because we live in the mountain,
right?
And we don't know what is the ocean. We don't know what is car and everything. I don't know what is television like that because like what I said, we live in the mountain, so
you really didn't know what a TV was.
No,
because you guys came down out of the mountains and lived, where obviously there were cars and TVs, and you were just amazed at first.
I'm guessing no cell phones either.
No cell phone.
What was your first thought when you saw a car?
I'm scared and I hide in the trees.
You
run.
Of course. What else would you do?
See, imagine that. When first time I saw in the car, and I'm running and hiding the trees.
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't hide anymore. I bet you got a lot of cars. I bet you got a lot of nice cars.
Native Americans seeing an iron horse for the first time, right?
Yeah.
With smoke.
That's why your story is so fascinating. From where you came and where you are today, it's just it's unfathomable.
Got it out. That was a big one.
That was a big one for me, Manny.
So I like your singing too. I like the fact that you go out and you sing and you enjoy it.
Yeah, that was before. But when I'm too busy, man, and stop singing.
Never too busy to sing.
Wait, you're not
plenty of time to sing.
You're not singing anymore.
No, I'm singing in praise and worship songs.
Okay, more religious numbers.
Yeah,
but you liked love songs before. That was like you had like soft side. You like
sensitive
love
side.
songs. Sometimes when we touch. It was good.
Not exactly like that, Jim.
No, but I mean, but that song, he sang that song in the documentary, and he sang on Kimmel with Will Ferrell.
Right.
He sang Imagine. It was like
we were hoping you were going to sing a little bit with Jimmy. Jimmy was hoping to sing a little duet with you.
I don't know the words to that one.
What is that?
Sometimes when we touch.
The honesty is too much.
The honesty too much.
That was nice. I hope we got that on film. That was good. We should release that for charity.
I'm trying to think what else from this documentary. We got the director in studio as well, Ryan Moore.
I wanted to ask you a question before we go. I wanted to ask about De La Hoya because there was a part where he's your hero, and you had been booked to fight him, and people were afraid that he was going to physically kill you because he was so much bigger.
Yeah, that's I still remember that fight. People don't think that I'm gonna win the fight.
Was it hard for you to fight the guy that you love that much?
No, I'm very inspired and very inspired to train hard, to focus, because this is the person that I look to for in my career. But after that fight, I still I had respect and honor him.
Because Larry Holmes fought Ali and beat him pretty badly, and he said it was hard to do. He was very upset after he fought a guy that he kind of idolized that much and beat him up.
We're different, but my feeling is, I have to show, I have to show my best and to win the fight, because this is my favorite boxer when I was starting boxing.
So you looked at it like you wanted to make a good impression, not like you were beating up your idol, but that you wanted to make a good showing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've gotten screwed a little bit too. The Timothy Bradley, that's one of the worst decisions ever.
That was heartbreaking in the documentary to see all that go down again. You obviously won that fight. It was obvious to everybody that's in the know that you absolutely won against Bradley.
I was surprised on that decision.
Yeah, you handled it well though. You were very nice about it, and
I don't know how you handled it like you did. Yeah, you were completely okay with it. What went down that day? How many times have you been screwed in fights? You think?
A couple times.
Yeah, because you only have 5 losses, so maybe 2 of those you truly believe you won.
Yeah.
How much did you make for your first fight?
Oh, my first fight. In amateur boxing is only $150 or $150. $1.50.
$150.
Like $1. $1.
$1.50.
You mean $1.50?
$1.50, yeah.
Wow.
He could have been working on the Brady Bunch at those rates.
That's it.
It's about what I made for the first 3 years.
That's, nothing.
That's my residual check before taxes.
Yeah, that's in amateur, but in the professional, first fight in professional, it's only $20.
$20 was your first pro fight. Was that in Manila?
Manila.
When you came to the U.S., you had a bunch of fights under your... Oh, you wanted to ask about going to Manila?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You snuck away from your family, and you were underage, and you got on a boat to Manila for 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just hid on the boat, obviously? How did you get on, and what did you do for those 3 days?
We actually we have we go with a recruiter. There's a recruiter, and then we go with them.
Right.
But I didn't tell my mom that I'm going to Manila.
Yeah, she was not happy about that at the time.
I'm sure she will not let me go.
Right. You knew she wouldn't let you go, so you're like, but you knew I have to do this. You know, I feel like I could be one of the best boxers, and I got to get to Manila to show off my talent.
My thinking on that time is how I can help them. I'm not thinking about to become like this, to become a world champion or the Philippine champion.
Okay.
Just I want to earn money to help them. That's the only way to
You wanted to fight to get some food on the table.
You just knew you could make more money in Manila, period.
What was the first... Do you remember, like, as a kid, your uncle trained you, but was there, like, a street fight you had that you realized, like, I can actually do this? Because I've had a couple of fights as a kid. I wasn't very good at it. So I kind of knew that that's not a way I'm going to ever go in my life. You must have had something that told you you'd be good at it.
I'm not... I don't like to... I'm not... keep on trouble. I'm not a troublemaker. And when I was a kid, just one time when my brother has a fight with other children, with other kids, my brother and three of them, they beat my brother, and then they asked me for help, and then I go there and run away, and then punch them all, the three kids, and they beat me because there are three.
Yeah. Oh, you got a beating.
I was going to say, you got a good beating that day.
But did you at least hurt one of them pretty well, which made you think that you're a good fighter?
Yeah. But the other one is bigger than me, so he hold my hands, and then the two is...
one held you and two beat you? Yeah, I've been a part of those myself.
Yeah.
Which part?
Yeah, on the receiving end.
Yes. Yeah. But he snuck to Manila at 14 years old. That's just amazing. And then how old were you when you made it to the States, United States?
I was 21 years old.
Oh, okay. I felt like you were a little younger than that, 21.
Mm-hmm.
And became pretty much a sensation right away. Within 10 days, you were in a big fight, right?
10
days
in America.
You fought, somebody dropped out, and who was the fighter that nobody wanted to fight him, and you actually came in and fought him and beat him? Nobody wanted to fight him on 10 days' notice. Your first fight in the States?
Oh, that's my first fight in the States.
Yeah.
Lelo Hanolo Lidwaba from South Africa.
And everyone thought you didn't have a shot, basically, because no one wanted to fight this guy. They didn't really know about you yet. Although I think you were ranked 6th at the time. But the top 5 fighters all passed. They're like, hell no, I'm not fighting this guy on only a week's notice.
Yeah,
so then they went down to you and said, well, you're the 6th spot. You want this fight? And you said yes. And then you kicked his ass. And that absolutely put you on the map for good.
That's my my purpose to visit here in America is, that's my first time to visit here in America, and just for vacation. Just for vacation, not for fighting.
You came on vacation?
Yeah, came for vacation.
And how'd you wind up fighting?
And then we look for a gym in LA, and there's there's a gym wild card, and then we work out there. It's light because we just came here for vacation, just experience the gym here in the States, and then there's a promoter looking for a fighter, because the challengers got injured in training, so the champion don't have opponent. So they calling the Thai boxer because he's number 2 and the other ranking. And then I was there. How about you? Yeah, I'm okay.
You got discovered.
Yeah, that's where you met. That's where you met Freddie Roach.
That's how. Yeah.
Your trainer. He's a character, man. He seems like a really, really good guy.
Mm-hmm.
How's his health these days?
He's okay.
He's doing all right?
Okay, yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah, but you met that day, and he knew you guys had a bond.
Yeah. The first time we met is, I work out and then trying just couple rounds, just trying to do a meet with him. And then after the couple rounds, 3 rounds meet, this guy can punch and this guy can move. And then, I'm a boxer.
Wow.
So I'm a boxer and then I just finished my fight in the Philippines. It's time that just finish my fight in the Philippines, then have vacation here in the States, and that's how I'm in shape. So.
Wow, that's all how it all began.
If you fight Mayweather, do you want that to be your last fight? Like, are you kind of just done? You just want to stay in politics?
If
you fight Floyd, yeah. Do you want more fights after that, or do you kind of want to just make this be the last one?
I have to think about that after the fight. Yeah, I think I have to focus
on the fight.
Focus on my another career.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe running for president in the Philippines.
Yeah.
No, it's in the documentary. People are saying, he could possibly take their version of the White House in the Philippines. So how many more years you think you got in boxing?
Couple more years.
Couple more, right?
Yeah, couple more years.
I think they're saying the fight, if it goes down, if he signs, it will be in May. Is that true?
Yeah, if he will sign, that will be in May 2nd.
May 2nd.
May 2nd?
So we're just waiting for him to sign the contract, and then this is going to be massive news all over the place. And the fight should be in May.
And Manny is promoting, too, because we have to wrap up with Manny. The documentary is just called Manny, and it's in select theaters. You can get it on demand next Friday, the 23rd, which is amazing. If you want to go see it in the theater, you go out, and if not, just watch it on demand at home. And it's Manny Pacquiao on Twitter. But it's a great documentary. It was really, really insightful and very honest. They showed the good, the bad. It was really good.
And the fight footage, I got to say, was filmed. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The fight highlights are great in this documentary.
Yeah. You throw very fast punches.
I love in the documentary, because I know we're wrapping up, but you love just punching the people around you.
Yes.
I kind of like that. I wish we could get away with that around here. All of a sudden he'll just and not too light. I mean, he's obviously holding back, but he gives him a good shot. The one guy, he gave him a Charlie horse in the documentary. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, he'll walk by his guys and just throw shots at him.
And the guy is just like, oh man. I love that.
You spit water in some guy's face?
Right. Yeah, you have a pretty good time with the whole thing, Manny.
Yeah,
it comes across in the documentary. But just punching people around you is wonderful. They're just sitting there trying to bomb with you, and you give them a shot to the arm or the chest, and they just have to
take it,
fall over. And
very good documentary movies. It
came out well.
Inspired people.
Yeah, it's really good, and you see what complete poverty you come from. And I loved it. I really did. So
absolutely,
check it out on demand or in theaters. It's called Manny, and very, very easy to find. And hopefully the Mayweather fight happens.
And we're Team Manny Pacquiao here. I just want to let you know that.
Thank you.
Yes, unless Floyd comes in, then we'll say we're Team Floyd.
Yeah, because we don't want to lose our teeth.
Thanks, Manny.
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you.
Manny.
Thank you, guys.
I thank Manny Pacquiao for stopping by. We worked that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he's English is second language, but he's like that in all interviews. He's kind of quiet and
right. We still got to talk to Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, and I want to see that fight badly.
Well, it looks like what are they waiting for? I guess they said that Mayweather hasn't got the actual contract.
He hasn't returned it.
He hasn't returned it.
Yeah.
So there still might be an issue or two, or
we'll see. It's almost like now though. It's so on him. He almost has to take the fight. It's like there's going to be so much money. I know you don't want to you want to retire undefeated, but there's so much fucking money at stake. It's just stupid to not do it.
There's so much money at stake that it's going to set a record as far as what the tickets are going to cost.
Yeah.
I think a basic ticket, if I was reading it correctly, is going to be $5,000.
That's stupid. No one's gonna spend $5,000 on a regular.
$5,000, yeah, they will for that fight.
Would they?
There'll be enough people. There'll be enough people to, grab those tickets, and then it goes from there. Obviously, ringside for that fight. Oh my God,
5,200. Would it be funny if those were that's just the only difference? $200.
So it looks like it's happening, though.
I hope so.
They're talking May 2nd.
Yeah, the only fight I can lay claim to is Danny Bonaducci in the big ring, celebrity boxing.
Oh,
I forgot you did a little boxing yourself, Barry.
Very little.
When did you know you were?
I wasn't walking in the ring smiling either.
You didn't want to do that, did you?
No, not particularly.
Especially because everyone knows Danny stays in shape, or did.
Well,
I don't know what he's been up to lately.
I'm
but.
one of the few that didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know he was like a martial artist?
He's like triple black belt.
Yeah.
And he studies the boxing as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know that.
You had no idea. No one told you.
Of course not. I mean, that would have been. Even Chris Knight didn't tell me, and that's who the original bout was set up with Chris Knight and Danny. And Chris said, "No way, I'm not going to fight him." So they called me, and I said, "Yeah, sure." Because I'm taller and I have longer arms, but
Right.
How what happened?
He dropped me twice, and both punches, both times. I never ever even saw it coming. It came outside around and hit the side of my head, and put me down on the mat. I got up again.
And you guys had headgear on, too.
Yeah. He hit me really hard. Really hard.
He didn't take it easy on you?
No, because I heard him. Because I was into play,
Okay.
And I landed a couple of good shots. He says, "Oh my gosh,
really?
Yeah, maybe I might lose this thing." And he,
you have big. I know you have big fists. You have big hand,
longer arms.
Yeah.
So I thought, if I could get in there,
right.
But he had some shots there that. So the way I got him back. We did a movie like 2 years ago, in 11, I guess, or 12.
Right.
And it was, I said, okay, I'll do this movie if I can just pound the crap out of Danny. And so I did. I broke a guitar over his bag. I threw him over,
Nice.
on a chair and hit him up 1, 2, 3, 4.
What did you think of Pacquiao's watch? Everyone was staring at his watch.
No kidding, man. I mean, you got to wear really dark glasses for that thing. I had never seen so much bling on.
Right.
I'm so glad I didn't wear mine. That would have been embarrassing. The same watch.
Watch. Very well dressed with this. Was it a Rolex officially, or what was it?
It was a yellow gold something.
It was just extremely shiny.
It had diamonds all
over the
around the
fucking
band,
and the entire face, and not just like where the numbers go.
Yeah, that's an $800 watch.
Yeah,
was
probably
diamonds.
I would say about $800.
$800 watch. That's amazing.
I mean, yeah,
at
you
least
could go as far as $875.
$875.
I think the batteries go like for 3 years.
It was the iWatch, actually.
What does a watch like that really cost, you think?
50,000?
Yeah, 50,000.
50 G's.
I would say more.
For the
than
watch?
That. I would say
more? Even more?
Oh yeah, because Rolexes will go for that.
Wow.
Yeah, and this thing was it looked like he had it designed.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's the kind of watch when you buy that from then on you can only wear short sleeve shirts.
I see you have a nice watch on yourself there,
Thanks very
Barry.
much. Yeah, it goes down to 10 meters. It lights up.
What is that? Timex? That's nice.
It's a Timex because it keeps. I can't get it to tick though. It's like
it's a lousy watch when the band is just as wide as the circle.
I tell you, I love this watch. I love this because I
just picked the wrong day to wear a watch. I'm thinking.
Because
watch.
Yeah, I hit it when we took pictures.
Did you?
Good I just got a hold of my wrist.
No, you
my
should have
head.
held it next to his. Should have been proud of it.
That would have been the shot. So,
Did you see the ring too that he was wearing?
I didn't notice the ring.
Yeah, it looked like a wedding band. It was on his ring finger, but it was like super thick and had diamonds and gold all over it. It was amazing.
Well, you got fucked financially too, like they all do at one point. It's like even in fighting, there was the management deal with the promoter.
Secret deals with the promoter, the same old shit. Yeah, you hear from every single boxer. And then they have an Ali rule or something
called the Ali rule, which is the promoter cannot have a financial relationship with a boxing manager.
Right.
I'm sure that stopped it.
Yeah, well, they get around it in some technicality. They go, well, it's technically he's a promoter, not his manager, so we can never, just such scummy stuff, man.
Yeah, Bob Arum takes 30% from each fighter.
30%.
In those big fights, he was getting 30 from each guy.
When he had both guys, yeah.
And then he walked away a winner every time because whoever won, he had that guy. The amount of money they would take from these guys that are literally risking their lives in the ring.
That's another reason, like boxing, like that's such a huge fight, but they don't give you the fights that you want. It's usually such a wait or such a long time in boxing, which is like, come on already.
Yeah, let's just
Fucking
get this
years
done.
we're waiting for this.
Right. So, all right, back to Barry Williams. Thank you for being patient with that, Barry, because you were in the middle of telling us about moving to Branson and all that, and we had to stop you dead because Manny Pacquiao, came early.
In my world, they call it favored nations. If everybody's going to do something, then everybody gets paid the same amount. Keep it all even.
Sure,
even.
absolutely.
And they're like 7 million ways around. It's like, you find out that the person you're doing the show. Let's say Danny Bonaducci and I are gonna do a movie, so we get paid the same amount of money.
Right.
Except he drives up in a brand new car. Because that's not counted as payment.
Oh, really?
No, that didn't happen. I'm just saying there are all kinds of side deals that get made.
So you've seen the same shit.
Oh yeah.
In entertainment.
Oh yeah.
On a much lower level, Barry.
Well, than boxing? Yeah,
those guys. So. What, Sam?
I didn't mean to imply that you like men. I was just teasing you. I just went for the joke.
What do you mean imply?
It's just joking.
It wasn't an implication.
Yes, it was. I know.
You said he was with men.
Oh,
but Manny might have a problem with that because he actually backed up off the microphone.
He did.
You saw that, right?
See, it's funny for us because we know you're just being a dick.
Yeah.
but Manny's trying to put it all together. Hollywood actor,
right.
Youngster.
He doesn't know us.
He doesn't
from a
know,
hole in the wall.
Right.
Yeah. So he's like, "Are these guys being serious?"
No, he got a good laugh out of that though.
He did.
Yeah, he got a good chuckle. I think he knows.
Did you like the part of the documentary where he just hauls off and punches the people around him?
Dude, I forgot about that too. I'm so happy. He just would walk by people and just throw jabs at them and fucking
The one guy that was walking and then he leaned down and just gave him a nice Charlie horse.
Right, yeah.
It looked like it really hurt. And the guy's like, he obviously, is protecting himself from that all day long, and he let his guard down, and man, he just gave him a shot.
Yeah, and the guy used to laugh it off. Like,
that was funny. And then spitting water in that other guy's face.
That was his endurance trainer.
Right, that's right.
Whose name I don't remember.
Yeah.
I need an endurance trainer. That's what I need.
You're doing fine.
I know, but I need to get in the...
You look wonderful.
Thank you very much, Opie. I appreciate that.
Not everyone can wear that hairstyle.
You're right.
He's getting ready for his special.
That's right. I wanted to really doll it up.
We're going to Boston. He's filming his special this weekend. Tomorrow night.
Nice.
It's a sold-out show. It's very exciting for Jim Norton.
Let's hope.
Anyway.
I'm excited.
So, Barry, where were we?
We're moving to Branson, I think.
You were moving to Branson. So, because we talked during the break. So, I finally have it figured out. You used to go to Branson for a month or two at a time, do your residency type of thing.
For 3 or 4 months, right.
And then you would go back to L.A.
Back home, right.
But now you're like, you have set up official roots in Branson.
Yeah, so it just gave us a starting point for this show, which was, I really thought that I would go. I thought I'd be the cheese because, I've got a brand behind me. People know me. And, I could, hang my name outside the theater door. People come and we'd rock it out. And it's been like this amazing struggle. But now at least I'm doing the show I want to be doing. And the show's there. And it's, now people are, you would think 10,500 people live there. You would think everyone would know in like 2 days I'm there. I honest to goodness, I don't know if some of them don't read the newspaper or watch TV or listen to the radio. But, I'll go into, like the market and people go, wow, Barry, Greg Brady, what are you doing here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go, well, I've got a show in town. You do?
A lot of them may ignore the local shows just because they want to stay local and they want, it's like Vegas. They want no part of the Strip.
They don't even go to the Strip.
Yeah.
So they may not be aware of anything that's happening.
Right. I can't believe that you were getting such no people coming to the Brady show for a while.
You can't believe it. You can't believe it.
And why did they allow you to continue?
Everyone, well, again, I mean, I had a partnership at that time with Yakov Smirnoff.
Right.
And so, I was part of it. I had the production part and he had the theater part. And so we had a deal. And so we're continuing trying to make it work. But I mean, it just wasn't feeling it anywhere. And I didn't particularly want to be doing, solid Brady. I wanted to, sing.
But you would walk out on the stage and you would see less than 10 people in the audience?
Well,
Holy
and
fuck.
then I set up that, that code. But sometimes, 30 people, 35 people in an 1,800 seat house. So, I mean, I'm telling the ushers, pack them together.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it's humiliating. I've had bad shows like that, so I understand. There's nothing worse than when you look out and you just see nothing but the fucking chairbacks, and because it's all on you.
And that's the first time that's ever happened. Yeah. I mean, I played stadiums and I played, huge outdoor arenas or in houses that have 800-900 seats that full.
Yeah. Did it humble you a little bit?
You bet.
Really?
You bet. But also, it made me want to scramble and figure out, what I really wanted to do, and then I adjusted the show to build it, make it something that was really Branson friendly.
Right, and now you're doing a '70s show instead of a Brady Bunch show.
Yeah, so it's like covers, but it's all it's a big variety type show. So I've got a big cast and a live band, but we're covering Neil Diamond and Three Dog Night and Leonard Skinner and Kansas and that kind of stuff. So,
do you throw a Brady song on?
Well,
at the end?
I do sections, and one of the sections is television theme songs from the day. So everything is 70s.
Right.
So we take all those great shows like Bob Newhart and Hawaii Five-0 and Dukes of Hazzard, and then we do the Brady Bunch theme song and all that. And then when we do shows that don't have lyrics like Hawaii Five-0, we do dut-duts. And the audience sings along. And,
right.
It's kind of cool.
What's the darkest role you ever played?
Well, I was a murderer in Murder, She Wrote.
Okay.
It was pretty dark. I was a dentist, and I injected my patients not with Novocaine, but arsenic.
How much fun was that? Isn't it more fun to play? It seems like it's more fun to play like a darker.
It is, and so I would use real needles and really inject them.
You would make it hurt.
Yeah, I would make it hurt.
So the reality show, it's you doing a lot of activities, I notice, in Branson.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, the show's not so much about me, other than I'm the storyteller,
right.
And there's an excuse for it, and the convention is I'm building my show.
Yeah.
But it's about what life is like there in the Ozarks, and I mean, this is really beautiful. They call it God's country, and for a reason. It's really spectacularly beautiful. And there are 5 lakes around there. I live on one of them, water ski and do all jump cliff diving, but this family that I hook up with, they're called the Haygoods, and it's 5 brothers and 1 sister, and they've been doing this for 23 years. And in fact, she's only 23 years old, so it's like 34 to they've been there forever, and they really know the ropes. They know all the people. They know how the game is played, how the tickets are sold, and when to market and when to not do shows, and which weekends are the busiest, and all that stuff that I wouldn't have really any way of knowing. And they kind of bring me in, and they're
show you the ropes.
Exactly right. Well, the cool thing is they're all daredevils. The guys especially, and they're into like all kinds of high adrenaline, X game kind of stuff. So I do it all with them, and so it gives us a great excuse to be out in the Ozarks on ATVs and on dirt bikes and flying in power parachutes. Ever done that?
Hell
power
no.
parachute. Oh,
what's
man.
a power parachute?
It's a little like a canvas thing. It looks like a parachute, and
right.
then you've got
where the boat pulls you and you.
No.
I've done that.
And then it has like a lawnmower engine in it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then
is that safe?
Yeah,
Is it safe?
It's like being a bird, and you can cut the engine even, and you can soar and things like that, like through the trees kind of stuff. It's really cool, but it's like everything, once you're like 40, 60 feet in the air,
right.
You can fall.
How high do you go? Is that at 40, 60, or can you go higher?
No, they'll go a couple thousand feet.
Have you done a solo flight?
I flew it just a little bit, just off the ground and back, and then we cut away, and then it looks like me.
Wait, it's what?
Don't give that away. Well, people want to know that you're way up there.
Look, I know who I'm talking to.
Okay, we're going to call you out on it.
Yeah, exactly. I just killed my shot at coming back, right?
No, not at all.
Jim would be here. I watch a gosh damn thing. You weren't flying that.
I've never said no to you, Barry.
I'm copping to it right away.
So wait, what is the? It's an engine. It's like it's a parachute. I'm a little lost on it, but it sounds.
Okay, it's like a.
It's like a hard parachute almost.
Yeah, well, not really. really. No,
Really?
it just has a lot of air in it, and that's because the propeller, which is behind the little cage you sit in, and you can control your ups and downs, it fills it with air. And so that air is pushing you up.
Giving
and
you the lift.
And it gives you the lift, and you can control it left and right, and they're very cool. A lot of fun.
I always thought they were a bit on the harder side, those chutes.
Nope.
But you're here to say no.
It's a canvas.
No kidding.
You can pack them up into a duffel bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is the one Shatner was here talking about? He did something where you can go way higher than that, and some guys get caught in it and actually freeze to death when they go too high. I've been meaning to ask that too. There was a certain type of.
Is that like a hot air balloon?
No, it was like a parasailing thing. It's got something to do with that. And he said you can stay afloat because you go on the rising heat, warm air.
The thermals.
I forget what it was that he said, but some guys, he said, get caught in it and freeze to death if they go too high.
So we got to.
Was it just basic gliders?
I don't know. There was something. I just can't remember the name of it. I'm annoyed at myself. Somebody will remember.
My brother took a glider ride for his birthday. Said it was just amazing. I don't know if I could do that. Those are obviously the planes that have no engines.
This is how good they are. I have a lake boat. It's an open bow lake boat.
Nice.
And so one of the Haygoats gets in and says, "Hey, do you mind if I drive?" And I said, "No, I don't care, sure." And so we're driving, and I see this power parachute coming along, and there are two guys in it. There's like a guy flying it, and there's a guy climbing out of it, and he's about 200 feet up, and now he's hanging off the bar between the two little wheels. And he's coming, he's getting closer and closer, and I can see it's all kind of like lining up. And I'm going, whoa, he's gonna come by and like drop in the lake, and that'll be cool. And, we've got our cameras out, and we're all, videoing it and that kind of thing. Well, what happens, he gets down to about 15 feet, and the guy that's driving my boat pulls under him, and the power parachute comes even lower to about 4 feet, drops off, lands in the boat. And this all at like 20 knots, 25 knots.
Wait, he's hanging?
Hanging.
And how did he get the thing to go lower? The boat just kept slowing down?
No, the boat's maintaining a steady, even speed, and the power parachute is getting lower and lower until it's like all lined up, and then he drops into the front of my boat. I couldn't believe it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I wonder if people do fall out of those things. Do they ever? There's ever a way where people there's a rope break? I've had nightmares of getting on those things.
They're seatbelts.
What do you mean the rope break?
Well, when do you know the ones that the boat take parasailing?
Oh yeah, the parasailing is. You always wonder what happens if that rope breaks.
Oh yeah, no.
Do you just fall or do you glide in?
Well, that's a very good question. I think they've had a few accidents over the years too.
On these you can glide, but you're talking about the ones that are like stationary that don't have engines.
Yeah, you see, like the boat will actually just pull it, and it's the momentum of the boat makes them kind of go up behind you.
That's literally a parachute, and yeah, you could glide down.
Okay,
I mean that's a parachute for real.
So the show is you just getting to know Branson through this family that's been there forever, doing doing their show, and you get to do all these crazy things with the Daredevil family.
Well, it's that, and it's the area, and it's the people, and it's the difference of the lifestyle, and I don't want to be hokey about it, but there's like a little moment of reflection.
Yeah.
I know, but it gives us a chance to like.
Are you gazing out? Are you gazing out onto the lake?
Sometimes, well,
thinking about your life and
exactly.
with the sun going down slightly.
Have you? Did you see a preview?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
A little music in the background. Sometimes when we touch.
Honesty,
honesty's too much.
Oh boy, did Manny just leave me hanging on that one, bastard.
He doesn't sing anymore.
He loves to sing.
I think he only does the religious.
Yeah,
the religious songs.
Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe nothing romantic.
He pulled out the God card to save his whole life.
Yeah.
He said he had a dream one night. He was like gambling and drinking. He owned a bar. He was womanizing. I think even in the documentary, they might show one of his side pieces. Me and Jimmy aren't sure, but they show this one woman that is beautiful, and she's in a couple shots. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not his wife. And then all of a sudden, she's calling him out on it, and then he...
Oh, the wife is?
Yeah. He wakes up in, cold sweats. He said God talked to him in the middle of the night, and, that's what he was able to tell his wife to, turn it all around.
Wow, good one.
Or it actually happened. I'm not here to judge. Trust me.
How exactly do you make up for that? Yeah.
You say, "Hey, God spoke to me, and I gotta live, like a religious man."
Wasn't that his girlfriend too when he came over? So it's almost like he came up with the same girl from the time he had nothing.
Yeah,
it's like you got to be loyal and stick with her, but it's hard to. It's not like you had all this sex on the way up. It's how do you pass all that up?
I think you should have to like sample each island in the Philippines.
How bad of a tear did you go on for real? When things were going, you must have went on quite a tear.
Later in life. Actually, I was married for a couple of years in the early 90s, 89, 90, and I was divorced in 92. And between then and 10 years later, when I got married again, that was probably
a good
my
time.
most active.
But in the 70s, you didn't go crazy?
Not too much. I usually had a girlfriend.
Oh, a steady girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you resist that?
Well, I had really hot girlfriends.
Oh, okay. You did, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, really hot.
All right.
That definitely makes it very easy.
It's like I go to a party, look around, and go, oh, how's it feel to be the best-looking girl in the room again? You know?
Is that what you would do? You could basically walk into a party at that point and just see whichever girl you liked, and you knew if she was single, you had a shot?
I would have a shot, sure, because everyone at least wants to say hi,
Right.
and and find out, and then if you can get them to bed before they find out you're a jerk, then
Barry's very recognizable still.
it's crazy.
When I hung out with you in New York,
It's
it is
crazy.
It is unbelievable. He can't do anything.
It's crazy.
Oh, really?
In a restaurant, it's everyone coming over the table. The people that are kind of trained not to point out the celebrities, they're saying hi to them. It's pretty amazing to see.
In Branson, that's magnified, and
Really?
and what they do is, because remember, so a lot of tourists. So if I eat alone a lot. I mean, I do everything alone a lot, and so I'm out at a coffee shop or something. People they don't just come over and say hello. They will literally come and sit down at the table with me and start asking me, episodic questions. It's very strange.
You're sick of answering the Brady Bunch questions, right?
It's like, wow.
I know that gave you a great life, but you got to be sick of answering those questions.
It's business. It's just the same.
It's business? Do you just smile and
Of course I do.
I've never heard this question before.
Yeah, well, no, I can't do that because, I mean...
No, you don't say it out loud,
No.
but you give the impression like, oh, thanks for asking that.
People like to share.
No one has asked me that in the last 5 minutes.
They like to share their story. It's like, okay, I love your show. Now, my favorite episode...
Right.
Who is the coolest person that recognized you? Who is the person that recognized you that you were the most psyched about? Wow, thank God I'm this guy because he knows me.
Well, Lenny Kravitz was one of them.
That's pretty cool.
Who credited me with, and Garth Brooks. Garth
Nice.
Brooks was as cool as they come. And he said he literally grew up with the show, watching it every week. And,
Right.
The next stuff.
That's a good advantage to have because there's no one you can't meet that doesn't know you.
Right.
Which is nice. You never have to qualify yourself.
Yeah. Barry helped me out with my sister. I wanted to feel like a big shot, so I had Barry call her on her birthday. I know.
Exactly. And you work with him, too.
I know. I don't pull those cards out often.
Unless it's Josh Gad in studio.
He suggested that. And Rich was all about it.
Yeah,
I'm going to defend myself in that one. Josh Gad, who plays Olaf in Frozen.
Oh, okay.
We've known him for a long time now. And he said when he found out I have two small kids, he goes, I'll leave a message for them.
Yeah. Which was nice.
He's got new ringers, right?
Wedding Ringer.
Wedding Ringer.
Yeah.
Cool.
That comes out today, I believe, with our pal Kevin Hart. So we hope it does well.
Yeah. He's hosting SNL tomorrow night.
Yeah.
The deal on the reality shows, you got to find it because it's not NBC or ABC. It's Great American Country.
Right.
Are you from GAC? Have you ever heard of that?
No, but I can never tell. You need a better way to search for all channels now because there's so many of them.
So many.
It's really hard to find. Because you have to look at the little symbols on the left. Right. You should be able to the smart TVs might help if you could just say put on Great American Country and then it will pop up. I think that will help a lot.
There's a lot of great.
I have a smart TV.
You can.
Do that? How do you do?
You just talk it in. For me, mine gets all fucked up because I have the Xbox fighting with the Samsung. So I'll have to go Xbox on, and then the Samsung turns off. So there's a whole whole power struggle there.
You mean I can talk to? I have a Samsung.
I think you can. Yeah, you check that out. Or hand signals too.
Yeah.
You're in good company,
Really?
too.
Is there a camera on yours?
Hand signals?
There might be a camera on yours.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I would hate to know a camera was on.
Don't whack off in front of your
Yeah,
TV
exactly.
these days, Barry. Who knows?
Not anymore.
Hold on. Eric says if you have the Kinect.
It comes with the Kinect. The camera's there.
If it comes with the Kinect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will.
That's the Xbox.
I just
though,
bought.
not the
I
Samsung.
bought this 6 months ago. 4 months.
It probably is camera, at least camera ready.
Yeah.
So you spend a lot of time alone, and you like that?
Yeah.
That's what it is, I tell you, One of the biggest differences from living there in Branson from Los Angeles, and you probably know this because of your beach house, but is I know more people and I'm more connected and I know more people in different facets of that town by far than I ever did in Los Angeles.
Right.
I mean, I know people in the chamber, I know the business people, I know the theaters, I know all the talent, I know I have friends.
And after they get past the fact you were Greg Brady, then they become cooler too after a while too, right?
Well, the cool ones do, and the other ones just ignore me.
Why?
Well, because I don't know. There are other lies.
You got an attitude?
No.
They do.
No,
they do, huh, Barry?
No. I've just been having a little trouble with the ticket sellers. That's all. It's like,
ticket sellers.
Well, I can't get them to come and see the show, and they sell tickets. And I say, well, listen. It's sort of. Have you seen my show? No. Well, would you? I've paid people to come and see the show because I know they'll love it. And because how do you sell a show if you've never seen it?
Wait, the people selling your tickets? Do you mean at the box office? Or?
Oh no, we're not at the box office.
Where do you mean?
There are ticket sales all over the place, all over town. That ticket sellers, resellers, they're tourism bureaus, they're timeshares, and these are the people. That's how tickets get distributed.
Gotcha.
And because there are 100 shows, see, and each one of these shows, it's like there are more shows than Broadway.
And how do you get them to recommend yours? They're like, we don't know what to do. I want to go see.
But they won't even take the time just to at least see it.
The locals,
wow,
it's really hard.
So it would have to be that they know it and are saying, where is Barry's show, as opposed to you might want to check this out.
Right on.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, they call that a destination attraction.
Okay.
So you go there, I went to see Andy Williams, and I went to, so I literally flew to Branson to see Andy Williams. So, I go in and I say, well, I'd love to see the Andy Williams show. And they go, oh, well, listen, we got a great deal on this other one here, and he lip syncs to Neil Diamond. I said, no, I'd really like to see Andy Williams. Well, I can give you an even better deal on this one over here. There are a lot of horses in it. No, really. I'm Andy Williams. Can you sell? Well, yeah, okay, if you want, but, you're going to have to pay retail for that. And I said, okay, that'll be fine.
Sure.
It's that kind of stuff.
Wow, because they're making money by pushing other shows.
Absolutely.
You just want to be one of those shows they try to push.
There you go.
Well, do you have to maybe make a side deal and give them a little of this?
Yeah, you got a
little moolah.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm working for the timeshare company.
You don't understand envelopes yet? we get a little taste every once in a while. Right, Sam?
Of shit from management.
Yeah. We get some envelopes.
Well,
at Christmas time kind of envelopes.
He gets free fake ice cream.
Oh, right.
Arctic Zero, you son of a bitch.
I just got
Jimmy was the one that turned
I just
me
got
on
one. I just got a big box of Arctic Zero. I forgot to mention it. Thank you. It was delicious.
Yeah, I had fun with the dry ice with the kids.
Yeah, I put it on my scrotum.
What? I do that in my show to make sure that people know that they're not watching television because the people audiences they get used to okay they're sitting there with a remote control or something, and so you got to kind of wake them up and engage them and involve them. So I do I have one of my performers do a trivia contest with them, or sing the next line, and then I give away free pizzas or dinners over here at the barbecue joint, or passes to the movies, or a picture. Yeah, I kind of season the place, or what do you call it? Chum it with merchandise. Here's a picture. Did you know I wrote a book? Here you go. We'll see you at intermission.
We should take a trip to Branson and have Barry show us around.
Man, I could. I tell you would come back.
How many hours is it if we jumped in a car?
You don't want to drive it first.
No, I fly first class.
No, yeah, you'd have to fly
on Barry's dime too.
You fly here to Dallas or Chicago, and then into Springfield.
All right.
And how far is that from Branson, Springfield?
It's 35 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Minutes, yeah.
So give us 2 first-class tickets. We'll be down there. What, Sam? This is the envelope thing I was telling you about.
A 1 or a 2-bedroom suite?
1 is fine.
1 is enough? Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, nice.
Preferably 4-star.
We'll make that. We do. We have actually 2 4-star hotels.
Nice.
Which ones?
A Hilton, and it's called the Chateau.
Nice. Okay.
So do you have to now? I'm obsessed with this ticket broker thing. So how can you get the ticket brokers to push you?
Well, it takes time, and then it takes a little help from, in my case, the family like the Haygoods, who have all those relationships with them, because it's all relationship based. And then, you have to, come up with a ticket selling price so that they make so much money, you make so much money, and but basically, I'm going to just go around everybody and do a reality show.
Our black intern has been to Branson and loves it and wants to talk about it.
There you go.
Why did you have to write our black intern?
So you know who he was?
We only have one intern.
There's only one.
Yeah, but I mean,
He's black.
Louis, you don't mind being known as our black intern.
Now, how do you know
You're our
about,
black intern.
how do you know about Branson?
I moved to Missouri, Rolla, Missouri, around 2005, and
you had to get away,
down
huh?
there.
So you know what I'm talking about, that little strip, and it's not all country music anymore, by the way.
It's nice.
It's not all hillbillies either.
Silver Dollar City.
Right on.
Was amazing, and they had like a little.
What's Silver Dollar City? I mean, we're here too.
It's Knott's Berry. It's like Knott's Berry Farm of
okay.
It's like that kind of rural down home. They have artisans, craftsmen. They're doing they've got metalworks and glass blowing, and then rides and some killer rides, and
And when you first walk in, there's a wooden stand almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a complete square, and there's just hundreds of barbecue sauces and hot sauces, and they just have little chips, and you go around the whole time.
There are 94 different types of jerky. Did you know that? Antelope jerky, and rhinoceros jerky, and moose jerky, and it goes on.
Have you ever seen the Waltzing Waters?
Oh yeah.
I like the Waltzing
Absolutely.
Waters. Yeah.
What's that?
Waltzing Waters?
You're just trying to bond
the
with
music.
A show. Yeah, it's music and water, and it's just
Oh my god.
Dancing Waters.
It is.
That sounds nice.
Sounds
It's
horrible.
like a stinker of a show.
Fucking.
No, it's probably like the one in Vegas they do in front of the hotel, the water thing, which was timed with
just
music.
a lot smaller. On a lot smaller.
So let me ask you: have you heard of the Haygood family, the Haygoods?
I have not.
Okay, well they're like this really popular group, but they were at the at Silver Dollar City for 10 years. Like when they're 5, 6, 7 years old, they all play and they have multiple instruments.
Yeah.
Doing 4 shows a day, 6 days a week for 10 years.
Yes.
That's how they were cutting their teeth.
It sounds horrendous, and I'm trying to sell Branson for you, Barry. But I'm not going there to try 94 different beef jerkies and fool around with hot sauces.
That might be a fun week, though.
It'll be fun for the first hour.
I will tell you this.
You came in here to help Barry Williams and his ticket sales.
Barbecue sauce is a great sale for me. I don't know about you guys.
I like a good barbecue sauce, to be honest.
But we live in Manhattan. We could go and find some barbecue sauce.
No, but not like Branson. That's the South.
There's so many people who come in here, and this intern wants to get on air all the time. I've never seen him so excited. He locked you guys right out of the room and just zoned in on Barry because Barry is Mr. Branson, and that's how excited Branson makes him.
I don't remember the guy's name. When you walked past the barbecue stand a little bit, there was a guy who was showing knives.
Oh yeah,
and he'd stab barrels with knives and show you how
I don't know his name.
sturdy they were.
Can you get a good pickle down there too?
Yeah, why don't you just go to a farmer's market?
It's not the same. No, it's not the same effect. You have to really be in Silver Dollar City.
Stabbing barrels and shit.
Our pal Barry needs help here today.
Did you go to any shows?
We didn't go to any shows. No, we were running late on time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
the barbecue stand really took up most of our time. Most of mine, at least.
Did you try the saltwater taffy?
I did not try.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted by him.
You don't know the whole strip where you're going down with all the theaters going on, the museums, and all of that stuff.
I passed by them briefly.
What kind of museums? There you go. That could help.
Well, they have the Titanic exhibit, which is like
I've seen it in Boston.
huge. Yeah, it's actually to scale, and it's really well done.
It's actually real stuff from the ship, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
They have pickle jars, matter of fact, with pickles still in
and then
them.
they have a wax museum there, and they have an old toy museum, and they have
Hold on, the old toy
haunted
museum.
houses and things like
What's
that.
in the old toy museum? That I would kind of like to check out.
Old toys.
That is
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But I mean, are they the fun kind, like old dildos and strap-ons?
Is there one strip club down there, Barry?
no.
It's a very. Is it a religious area?
All family, and it is Bible Belt. Yeah.
But
You'll fit in great.
Is there like a strip club on the outskirts of town, right over the border type of thing?
You got to go to the big city, Springfield.
Springfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Springfield.
And then,
Which is 35 minutes away.
Right, exactly.
Perfect.
And then you've got you got clubs, and you've got toy houses and all kinds of stuff.
What's in the? I want to see what toys are in the old toy museum. Like what kind of
all
Milton
of
Bradley
the
shit?
original things. Yes, exactly. The board games and the things that are made out of wood and things that you can are rubber band based and things that you have to put together and paint and that kind of.
I would like that.
A hula hoop and a frisbee.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Make me feel like a boy again.
Yeah.
I like things that make me feel like a boy.
There are a few decent strip clubs in Springfield, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been.
You didn't see any shows in Branson, but he got the clubs in Springfield.
Big Louie's is a fantastic.
You go to Branson, you don't go to any.
Beans.
Big Big Louie's. Is it straight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it's just a bunch of redheaded strippers.
So you go to Branson, but you don't see any of the shows.
No, I didn't see any other than the waltzing waters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love those waters.
They were fantastic.
You really helped out Barry today.
Well, I want to go to the toy.
I would love to go down there and just mess around and do some radio for a day or two.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
We'll figure that out.
Toy Museum
Mickey
has
Gilly's there still. He's performing, playing.
Who?
Mickey Gilly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Huh?
A country singer, from the Travolta film, Urban Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
That was Gilly's.
All right.
The Travolta film. Hey, what's your name in the gym? That's a new one coming out. You hear about
You
that?
married?
Yeah.
It's almost 3 a.m. I got to go work out.
Very nice. We're going to take a break. I got to eat my cold eggs, please. Barry, you're sticking around, right?
Sure.
One other thing we need to do before we get out of here for the week, I want to get Dr. Steve on the phone to talk about the pod enema thing.
Okay.
Because everyone's talking about it. How is that possible?
I almost brought one for you today.
What? The pod enema?
The pot enema?
Oh, not the enema. The one you could do in your nose.
What's the one
Neti
you do in
pot.
your nose?
I did one yesterday.
Yeah.
A neti pot. It was delightful.
What's it called?
Neti pot.
We're talking about...
I say I'm going nettying.
Yeah, you put it in here, and then it drops out there, and it clears out all your nasal.
I'm talking about marijuana. Tommy Chong was in 2-3 days ago now.
Oh, you're talking...
He said he
up the
cured
butt.
his cancer by putting pot up his butt, basically.
It's suppository.
The oil?
Yeah, he cleaned it up a bit, but basically he's shoving marijuana up his ass, and it cured his cancer. He swears by this, and everyone's talking about this.
suppository.
Yeah,
It either cures your cancer or you just don't care anymore.
exactly. Right. So I want to get Dr. Steve on to tell us what he knows about this, because it seems a bit far fetched, don't you think?
Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? You keep trying to find the benefits of marijuana, and I think you should just keep going and going and going.
You smoked a lot of it in your day, right?
It doesn't work for me. I go.
You never touched it?
Oh yeah. Well, I tried, but it just makes me paranoid.
Right.
Just go straight to that. I never got and hungry, but I never got to like the cool place where I could just relax.
Are you having the right kind?
I guess not. I don't know.
There's a few different kinds out there.
They don't sell it in Branson. It's families.
There's no weed in Branson?
I thought there too. Of course there is. Sometimes backstage. There's sativa.
Sativa and indica.
And indica.
Yeah,
And
one's
that's
a head
it,
high,
right?
one's a body high.
Yeah, I don't know. It must be whatever the head thing is. It makes me weird.
You might want to switch that.
So
Are you talking to me? Are you talking about me?
Oh,
Did you
really?
say- Yeah.
What's your thing then? Do you drink or do cocaine? What do you do?
I drink wine.
A little wine?
Yeah.
That's your thing?
You a gambler?
No. Though I did, I used to smoke. God damn, I finally got rid of that.
Only recently?
Yeah. Well, it's on off. 10 years, no, then back on. And cigars. I like cigars.
Right.
You went back after 10 years? What was that like? What led you back after 10? I'm amazed by it.
A cigar. One. And then 4 days later it was 2. And 3 days after that it was 3 a day. And then 4 a day.
Right back, right? Like,
Unbelievable.
yeah, it's scary.
unbelievable.
That's scary.
Never got into the smoking thing. Cigars.
After you went back, how long did you smoke?
2 years.
Now you're off it
And
again.
I'm done. I am done.
Wow. All right, more with Barry Williams. Hopefully, Dr. Steve talking about this pot thing as well. Stay there. I wanted to eat my eggs, E-Rock. What happened?
I gave you more time.
Oh, me and Barry were catching up, Sam.
Too busy socializing.
You might be confused by the whole thing, but me and Barry Williams are actually good friends.
Yeah, I don't understand the relationship.
What do you mean? Because
Like-
he gets it. He gets it. He knows that I'm busting balls, but I'm also selling tickets for the guy. Right, Barry?
Yeah, it used to be the way. now I'm not so sure.
Right, we'll see.
Are you leaving us? You're putting your coat on.
Yeah, I got.
You got to go.
Somebody wants to meet him before he goes, though.
Sure.
I don't want to deprive. That's the only thing.
Where is he?
Maybe I can talk about like that person's favorite episode.
Where is he? Tell him he's got to make it fast. Barry's putting his coat on.
All right.
Someone wants to meet you really badly.
But I'm going to come back and we'll do another morning hang.
And maybe a little dinner.
Nice.
Something like that. I tell the great story about showing up at your house unexpected and you finding leftovers for me. It's one of my favorite stories ever.
That house rocked, didn't it?
It was amazing. And I remember the time thinking, wow, that Brady Bunch paid well.
Yeah, that worked out.
What was it?
That one in the
that was
divorce.
Bel Air, right?
Yeah, Bel Air. Top of Bel Air.
Top of Bel Air. Barry had a spread. Infinity pool. We were drinking martinis, overlooking all the hills.
The good life.
Leftovers.
Huh?
The good life.
And the leftovers. Barry didn't have leftovers that day. He had fresh food. The leftovers were terrific, though. This guy wants to meet you before you leave.
Barry,
hello.
How are you?
Grab it. Get on mic. Get on mic. What are you doing?
Barry's leaving.
Hot mic here.
That's Jim's microphone. He already dislikes you immensely, and then you grab his mic.
I thought he left to go to Boston.
No, he didn't leave to go to Boston. Dennis wants to say hi to Barry real fast, and
You could do it in the hallway.
For all you care.
what do you got for Barry really
I'm
fast?
just, as a fellow 70s performer, because I'm one of the disc jockeys on the 70s channel, I'm Dennis the 70s Menace.
Oh, great.
And I'm here live and in person from midnight to 4. Those are the hours they give me.
You do it live, and you're on. You actually have to be here.
Yeah, sure. That's the only way to do it. Live.
He's lying.
You said performer?
Yeah, that's
You're not on his level.
I'm an entertainer from the 70s. We're basically the same age.
You're not an
London show.
entertainer.
Magic Matt.
I know Magic Matt and JJ.
Yeah, good
And all
friend
the
of mine.
guys. Yeah, those are guys.
Who's
those
Magic
guys.
Matt?
One of the disc jockeys on the 70s channel. You should
I
give
don't
it a
listen to
spin.
DJs because they have nothing to say.
I'm using
Although
the disc
Christine
jockey
Stone,
voice.
I like Christine Stone.
She's not on the 70s channel.
I know, but she says stuff.
She's on a
And
channel
she's-
called The Spectrum.
No,
So are you.
She's on Classic Rewind as well.
Yeah, and she also
so
does
she plays some of that '70s rock, and she has good things to say in between the records.
Yes, she does. So do I.
Did you want to share with us your favorite episode from the Brady Bunch or anything?
You know what?
Basically, here's what Barry and I want to know. Why did you stop him from leaving? Because he has things to do with this nonsense and this banal conversation.
He's got his coat on.
Yeah.
Why? I just wanted to grab a quick photo with him so I could post
You
it
could
on
do
my
it in the
Facebook
hallway.
page.
You did it in front of the curtain in the hallway.
Well, I
You don't
wanted
have
to come in the studio and say hi.
I know, but we didn't want you to.
Ask him one Brady Bunch question, then we're out.
Did you
Or
save
you're
all
out.
the clothes from the show? Like all, the sweaters and all those cool patterns and everything?
I have the Johnny Bravo jacket.
We all got to wear it back in the day.
Yeah. Yep, the Johnny Bravo
Yes.
Now, being you guys were like a real family, did Alice cook meals for you guys, or was that all brought of my craft services?
Hated to cook.
She didn't cook
Hated
at all?
to cook.
Oh,
Did not like, and she did. She actually wrote a cookbook, but she didn't cook at all.
Not at
That's
all.
really cool. How to best serve men.
That was on the Twilight Zone, Jimmy.
I know.
That's why he mentioned it.
He said it. He knows.
Yeah, okay.
Have you been asked? Have you been asked those Brady Bunch questions before?
Once or twice.
Once or twice, really? All right, try one more. How about this?
Yeah.
One question you're convinced he's never been asked about the Brady Bunch. Let's see how good you are as a entertainer, a performer.
Let me see. As a performer, did you ever want to write your own music for the show?
No,
or
not
bring-
as the best. A Brady Bunch question he's never been asked.
Oh, a Brady Bunch question.
Because he's been asked all of these dumb questions.
Okay.
Don't help him out.
What are you showing me?
Let's see.
Cock picture
here.
Look, I'm a bigger boy than they think.
When you went to Hawaii,
Okay.
did you get to meet Don Ho?
Ugh. That's been asked.
Okay.
I don't even have to.
Well, there's a lot of questions out there. I mean, I could ask him some naughty
Iraq
stuff, but I don't
actually
work
had a
that way.
good question.
Really?
What was it?
Why was there only one bathroom in the house?
I have a chapter in my book on that.
Do you? You hack.
See? So he was asked that already. I mean, I'm tapped out. I mean,
it's
I'm just
hard. It's.
Do you drive by the Brady Bunch house in L.A.?
Well, I have.
It's still there, right?
Yeah, sure it is. Sure it is.
And they
It doesn't look the same. They put a wall.
Why would you fuck with that? If you buy one,
people driving in front of you.
but buy another house then. If I bought like the Brady Bunch house, I would want to keep it just like it is, and I would deal with all the people driving by.
Just check it out. They bought it during the daytime. All right.
Yeah.
So it is on a T intersection. So one street like dead ends, like facing it.
Yeah.
And it's on the Hollywood Star Tour bus schedule. So the buses pull up at night with their lights, and it would shine right into the living room. So they have put up this wall and then trees in front of it, and because it's just like every hour.
What
they're
they should have
hammered.
done is in their own house put up a projection screen and only showed male-on-male pornography. And then when these dumb fucking tour buses pull up, they'll realize, we can't do that.
Funny. But why buy that house then? There's a million other houses kind of like that you could have bought. The Amityville Horror House, because I'm from Long Island. Somebody bought that house and changed the whole thing because they didn't want to deal with the tourists.
The Godfather house is being sold.
Yeah,
I believe that's
Staten Island, right?
Is that Staten Island? I don't know.
I don't know. Oh no, where was that? Maybe
Long
I got
Island?
that wrong. But why would you change it up? They got rid of those iconic windows of the Amityville house that kind of look like eyes and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But someone bought the house and said, "We're going to change this whole fucking thing."
By the way, off topic. I met Denny's brother, who was very nice at the brokerage.
He was very excited to meet you, and I was able to hook that up because of my connections here.
Thank you. He's a bike. Denny's brother's a biker. He's a fucking biker.
Really?
Yeah, he's nothing like Denny.
He's got the tattoos and leather jackets.
Tattoo on his neck. He's a fucking for real biker.
Yeah, he's got the Harleys.
Is he older or younger?
Younger.
What is he part of one of those?
No, he's a retired
No, the
New York
bike
City.
guy.
He was in a gang, yeah.
Fuck, I'm never messing with Dennis Falcone again. Those Long Island bike guys don't fucking play.
No,
that's all he had to say.
He wasn't one of the pagans or anything like that.
I ain't messing with Dennis Falcone.
He's embarrassed by Denny.
He is?
He told you so.
No, he didn't have to.
He's a retired what?
New York City police officer.
Oh, okay.
Homicide detective.
Wow,
He's
good
like a
for
real
him.
dude.
Yeah.
What happened to you then?
Yeah, were you a nerd like forever? Or is it like,
Did
was
he
he
have to-
always the cool one and you were the nerd?
I was just, that's
They
my
had a
brother.
Fredo-Michael
That's my
relationship. Then he had to go, well, you're my younger brother. You're looking out for me.
I can do things. I'm smart.
He got run over by a car. He's never been the same. How old were you when you got run over by a car because your parents were irresponsible?
8th grade.
He was 11 through 14.
It was Pearl Harbor Day, and I was walking home from school in the 8th grade.
Guy hit him with a Subaru.
And I got hit, and,
And run over?
No, I didn't get run over. I got thrown. The car hit me and threw me.
Why were you walking on the street?
No, I was walking on the sidewalk, and I stopped to put
He's
my
just so
ski cap
hateable.
on. Yeah, I stopped to put my ski cap on because my ears were cold.
They swerved to hit him.
Yeah,
My ears were cold.
And then, being I was out of school for the whole year, I just used to listen to the radio.
Can you just
and
talk?
write down all the songs.
No.
And then I would have like my own disc jockey show.
Can we just
in my
talk?
house? Oh, we are talking.
You don't talk like this when we're in the hallway.
I'm a radio broadcaster.
You perform for nobody?
Really fast.
Of course.
Another story coming in from Dr. Steve where we're going to seg into the marijuana discussion, but he has I think he has a Brady Bunch story, Dr. Steve.
I do.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on, let Barry put on his headphones, Steve.
Got to put the cans on.
Barry wanted to leave 15 minutes ago.
That's okay. That's
Does
all right.
that prove we love you?
And I tell you,
We're forcing you to stay here, sir.
let me tell you something. This is the only place I can come and be myself, and I love it here.
All right,
I really
good.
do.
Dr. Steve, what do you got for Barry Williams?
Well, I was an audio. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Barry.
Hello, Dr. Steve.
He actually talks like this all the time.
good.
He's not putting on his voice like someone else is.
I was working a telethon at WRAL Television in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Cerebral palsy.
1977.
Cerebral palsy.
Yes. Okay, he remembers. So
I think that was the first telethon I ever did, and I did a lot of them.
Well, Barry had, I was standing on I was an audio engineer, but they had upgraded me, I guess, to floor manager for a couple of hours. And I was standing on the floor, and Barry had a headache, and he was sort of bending over, wincing, holding, the place between his eyes. And I said, Barry, is there anything I can do for you? He's like, yeah, get me some aspirin or some Tylenol or something. So here I am. Okay, this is Barry Williams, this person I've watched on TV all these years, and we're in this place called Norton Arena, and there's no aspirin or Tylenol to be found. So I run up to the booth, and anybody have any Tylenol or aspirin? Barry Williams needs Tylenol. I said, no. So I run to the concession stand, nothing. I go out of the arena, and there's a little, 7-Eleven, and I buy some Tylenol. And I go running in, and I'm thinking, I am the hero. I am going to save this telethon, and Barry Williams, and this whole thing goes through your head. We're going to be friends, and he's going to be so thankful, and we're going to, well, anyway, so I get in, I give him the Tylenol, and he takes it, and I say, is there anything else I can get for you, Barry? And he goes, yeah, get lost.
Did Barry say that to you, really?
Yes.
I am so glad I stuck around for this story. Really.
He's now going to be late because of your story. But I love that he told you to get lost.
But also, this is a doctor, so that probably motivated him to get into hospice medicine just so he could watch people die. He was so aggravated.
He does hospice.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's Guad's work.
Yeah. Probably what I really needed was a good stiff drink.
Yeah. Too good. Do you have to go, Barry? Or
I really do.
Okay.
All right. Because we're going to keep Dr. Steve on the phone. Barry Williams, it's always a pleasure.
Barry. Thank you, man. I got pictures to take in the hall.
Yeah, you gotta get a shot with you.
Yeah,
you should do that outside the studio.
Oh, by the way, is there a place where people could get a preview of the show?
Oh, sure.
I got to get a shot with you. I wish you said that in France a couple weeks ago.
See, Opie, I want you.
Too bad you're not a cartoonist.
I want you to take notice. This is how you sell a show.
I know. I heard how professional that was.
Okay, so the website is it's 70smusiccelebration.com. But how do we spell 70s?
SEVENTIES.
70S.
Oh, it says it on the sheet.
70s musiccelebration.com.
That's right. Wait, you actually had a plug
you see
somewhere?
clips and stuff.
You got it wrong, Jim.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You're doing your homework now?
Yeah, 70smusiccelebration.com. It's 70smusiccelebration.com. And I know a lot of our listeners, I would say a lot of our listeners go to Branson. Please look up Barry Williams.
Yeah, check out Barry Williams because he's fighting the politics there, and it's hard to get just to ticket people to mention you. So go support.
At least check it out, and then call our show and tell us if you had a good time or not.
Hey, Barry, you ever do something cool? Like, say Danny Bonaducci was in the audience, and he ran up on stage, and you started doing the Partridge Family theme song?
I had Marie McCormick there.
Nice.
In fact, you see her probably in the ad. She came in for a week, and Danny, I've talked to, and he wants to come.
What about Susan Day? Did you ever want to date her?
No.
No?
What size shoes does Maureen McCormick have? I've developed a bit of a foot fetish. I like girls with bigger feet.
5.5.
Why do they have to be big feet?
Not manly feet, just bigger feet. I don't know.
Don't you like shapely feet?
Yes, they want them to look good.
Over the size of them?
Her shoe size is 5.5, but her feet are plump.
No, I like that. Nice plump foot.
Do you still get along with all the kids from the Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah, Eve Plum is here. You ought to have her in sometime. But
We'd love to.
Don't talk Brady.
She doesn't like it, right? She's sick of it.
Yeah. So she'd be great.
Is she bitter? Is she bitter or sick of it?
Just sick of it.
I was on a YouTube loop of Eve Plum interviews 2 days ago. She hates talking about the Brady Bunch.
But she hated it very early on.
Very early on.
She wouldn't go back and do the reunions?
No.
Was that a money issue?
We all the girls didn't come at some of them. She would do some, she wouldn't do some. But now,
but it gave her a good life.
She's single?
I think so. No, she's married.
Yeah, I always thought it would be cool. I always thought it would have been cool if you had a crossover episode where the Partridge Family was driving a bus and it broke down in front of your house and you guys went out and helped them. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be very cool. It would have been very cool 40 years ago.
40 years. He hates the Brady Bunch now.
Oh.
He can't say that publicly.
No, he doesn't.
I do not.
Look at his face.
Super over it.
Look at his face. Read his face.
It's such a warm TV show. We need TV shows like that in this day and age. A nice, wholesome family show.
Talking about nobody will watch them.
Your slipper shoes are enraging.
Oh, these are nice. These are best. These are
not. They're
good
horrendous slipper shoes.
Not slipper shoes.
Yeah.
They're good shoes.
No.
Who's got the camera? You have a camera?
I think E-Rock.
E-Rock, just go outside, take a picture of Barry and Denny.
I want to see. I want to see it and take the picture here while we talk to Dr. I got to see what dumb face he puts on for Barry Williams.
Good times, my friend. Jim.
Barry, thank you. We'll see you next time.
I'd love to A. I don't know if he's listening these days, but
yes.
I miss Anthony.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
So do we. Go do his show.
He has a show he does every day, Monday through Thursday.
You can take the train out there. No one will bother you on the Long Island Railroad.
Sounds like fun.
That would be a hell ride.
Take a car show. It's fun. You can get drunk, and he's always got fucking half-naked girls running around.
Beautiful. Believe me. That's my kind of thing. I'll be selling my Branson show.
Yeah, it's
my
perfect
Branson family show.
Barry, before I wrap this up one more time, where can people check out the show?
Yeah, it's not your show. We did it already.
No, we got another plug.
Where was it?
One more hit before he splits.
It's 70smusiccelebration.com, 70smusiccelebration.com.
Good time.
And the reality show on Great American Country. If you got that on your
a lot of people just say
cable
GAC.
provider.
Come on.
Look how excited you are.
Let's take it with the headphones on. It's perfect. No, we'll take it in front of there. That's just great.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Teddy.
Dr. Steve.
Yes.
We only have a few minutes because we have to leave at a certain time here.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Because then we have Accelerated coming up on this channel, which is a really good hour of radio. So Tommy Chong was in, and he was talking about curing his cancer with marijuana up his ass.
Yes.
What do you know on this?
Well, here's the thing. I heard that episode, and I went and looked to see if there had been any research in the medical literature, and there is a lot of research on marijuana in the medical literature.
Oh, Barry.
But more related to cancer pain and pain from damaged nerves and those kinds of things. And there may be some anti-inflammatory properties of marijuana substance, because there's hundreds of active substances in marijuana. And so there may be some anti-inflammatory role for that, but this is all very, very in its infancy. And, how do you study something like this? The way that you can study whether what Tommy Chong did was generalizable across the whole population is you got to take 100 people and you give them who have the same disease and you match them and you give them marijuana enema, and then you take another 100 people and you give them a placebo. Well, that's hard to do, or you could just give them standard therapy.
Right.
And then you have to compare the two, and you have to use a placebo enema so that the patient and the investigator doesn't know. And the problem is, and then at the end of it, then you decode it and you see if there's a statistically significant benefit at the end. The problem is there's no money for doing these studies right now because marijuana is generally illegal. And companies aren't interested in pursuing those studies. So there may be some benefit out there, but right now it's not being very, very rigorously studied.
Well, I'm glad we had you on because Tommy Chong swore that his prostate cancer is pretty much cured by,
who knows?
Doing this hash oil enema, I believe, right?
I don't even know that he had it, so I'm not saying he didn't, but I don't know. And so, if that's an anecdotal evidence type situation, and that's the worst kind of evidence in medicine. And so, what we really want is double-blind, placebo-controlled evidence.
Double-blind placebos, cocksucker.
If you, all of those double-blind, placebo-controlled trials, though, started with some sort of anecdotal evidence in the first place. So that's how it gets started.
Okay. Then we had another guy on who said he had skin cancer, and he put some of that hash oil on the area, and he swears that it went away to the point where the doctor's like, "Why are you even in my office?"
Yeah.
When he went back for a checkup. So
I heard that guy too, and those are all things that would be interesting to do maybe a pilot study on. A pilot study is where you...
Or any profession. Let's not keep it limited just to the airline industry.
So there's no real research or study on this yet.
On anti-cancer, what they have done is they've done research on whether marijuana causes cancer, and there was an epidemiologic review of marijuana that was done in this year. That was a big one, and what they looked at was whether it causes lung cancer and other cancers like that. And they found that right now there's no association between the two, but you can't really tell because people who smoke pot generally don't smoke as much as tobacco abusers do, and they're not smoking as much anymore either. There was some indication that there was a small increase in testicular cancers in the group of people that smoked chronic marijuana. So, but that needs further study as well. So a lot of this stuff is in its infancy. But we have medical marijuana now. I write a prescription for Marinol, which is Delta 9 THC in pill form every day, for chemotherapy patients.
Does it get them high or just make them feel not nauseous?
Right. It just, for the most part, makes them feel not nauseous, although there's a small subfraction that makes them higher than hell.
Okay.
That's the question. So there's a way of doing that where they take out the part of the marijuana that gets you high?
The thing is that there's Delta 9 THC, but then there are other things as well. There's cannabidiol and a bunch of different components of that are work on that cannabis receptor that are in marijuana, and they just took out one of those, which is Delta 9 THC. And when you take it orally, it's great for nausea, it's great for stimulating appetite. It causes the munchies, but in the concentrations that they're giving, it doesn't usually make people high. Although like I said, there's a small subfraction of people that they just kind of get loopy on it.
But why not let them get high too?
I know.
Give them the real deal at that point.
Yeah, get right?
Said on my show multiple times, I am in favor of complete legalization. I think that it ought to be legalized, and then we just tax the shit out of it and sell it in packages.
Oh, look how brave you are now.
Fuck yeah.
Now that it's actually happening.
Yeah.
Should have said that years ago when it was still.
I did. I've been very.
Both sugar.
How'd you feel as far as your Barry Williams story? Did you feel like it went well?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's a true story. I was hoping he would find it more amusing. It sounded like he did.
He rolled his eyes.
He really said that to you?
What's that?
He really said that to you, huh?
Yeah.
I love that you told him that.
Did he mean it?
Yeah, he just didn't feel good. He had a bad headache, and of course the acetaminophen hadn't kicked in yet, so he just, here I am. Here's this, skinny, I weighed 122, and I had hair down to my ass, and I'm like, hey, is there anything else I can get for you, Barry? And, he's just like, yeah, get lost.
You know what, though? You're a nice guy, and you're taking the hit there. That's Barry's fault. That's very rude. You go out and do a nice thing like that, I would never say get lost after a guy. I would just say, no thanks, I'm okay.
That was, I always took that as it was more a statement about me just being a doofus than
no, my angel. It's not your fault.
What I like about the story is, you thought that maybe this would lead to a long friendship.
Sure.
Hey.
Well, that goes through your head. It's the same thing with Bob Kelly's Jerry Seinfeld stuff.
Right.
You have this whole scenario goes through your head in just a matter of seconds that, we're going to be best friends and we're going to pal around and I'm going to be, and then it's get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a few of those.
All right, boys.
Thanks, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, we got to go anyway, Dr. Steve.
Okay, me too. I got rounds to do.
Bye, buddy.
Always
have a great weekend. Weird Medicine Saturday night at 10 p.m. on
Yes.
the channel Eastern.
Yes.
Thanks.
We'll do that.
By the way,
Thank you, Dr. Steve.
I got an email from a lot of people. I'm in Detroit and want to buy tickets to your show in September, but the link wasn't working. So I sent out another mass email.
Oh, good.
And it was good. But I fucked up the link, or TinyURL fucked up the link. I didn't do it on purpose. So the email saga continues. The link did not go well. All those people that read it, the link was not working for my Detroit tickets.
Well, you're still
No, it's not.
You're still trying to figure out this new thing called email.
Yes, I am.
So you'll get there.
So far, thus far, your email list, has it been a giant dud?
I would say so far it's been a failure of epic proportions. I just want to plug my dates real quick. Arizona, January 30th and 31st. Connecticut, Foxwoods, February 13th. And Oz Fiesta, May 27th through 31 in Cancun with Ozzy and Jim Florentine. And Detroit, Andiamo Celebrity Theater, September 26th, my first time in Detroit in years. And St. Petersburg, Florida, me, Artie Lang, and Bob Kelly are doing the Mahaffrey Theater. It's part of Mike Calta's show, Cowhead, Friday, March 20th. It's I don't know if it's part of the festival or whatever, but they are promoting it. It's his radio show, so I'm very happy to be doing that.
Why isn't he Cowhead anymore? He's trying to be more mature?
I guess he got sick of it. Tickets aren't on sale until the 23rd?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe they're just promoting the on-sales coming.
But it's an easy name to remember when you're trying to get people to listen to your show.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to do a gimmick anymore.
Yeah. Instead of Cowhead, how about Peckerhead?
Is it a gimmick, though, to be...
Well, it's not his name.
Yeah, he probably just got sick of it.
He wants to be real. He's a real dude.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
I'm not getting upset.
Yeah, I have a feeling he just got sick of it, being called Cowhead. Even though I think it's a distinguishable...
It's a great radio name.
Yeah.
It really is.
But he's probably like, enough of this shit.
All right.
Him and Bubba had an on-air discussion.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
Did we?
Yeah.
We didn't play the audio. That's only
Cowhead.
No, it did not.
I mean,
Mike,
as a bystander, Cowhead kicked his ass. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, it was great.
I think it's fair to say.
By the way, I understand his band's performing. E-Rock just said.
Yeah, he's going to be playing at that event as well.
Great. All right, we got to go. Jimmy's going to be doing his Boston thing Saturday. We're all very excited about that. We're heading there now. And we got Accelerated next on the show, on the channel.
Right.
And then later today, we got Sam Roberts doing a live show.
That's right.
And then we got the Decade of Decadence again today.
Right. Dominance, but we have been decadent as well.
Decade of Dominance or Dominance of Decadence or dominating a decade. What is it called?
Decade of Dominance.
Oh, yeah.
iTunes feeds over and over again.
No, I really fucked up the name and then forgot what it was called. If you really need to know. But it's an all-request show. You guys can request whatever you want from the 10 years of satellite.
Right.
And how do they do that? There's a promo explain all that?
Okay. With a phone number.
They gotta join my mailing list.
But
it's a mistake for anybody who does it. It's just useless.
But you could hear that show right after Sam Roberts today, right?
6 p.m.
And then E-Rock's got his show today as well.
At 8 p.m.
After that show.
You're gonna be here all day, E-Rock.
No, I'm going to go
coffee.
back.
Yeah. All right, once again, Accelerate next. Sam Roberts at 3 to 6. 6 to 8 is the all-request show. Request whatever you want from the 10 years of satellite, although this show is already set and ready to go. And then E-Rock.
Right.
Okay, good. That's a nice day of listening for everybody.
So don't go anywhere.
Have a nice long weekend. We'll see you guys. I think we're back Tuesday, right?
We're back Tuesday because Martin Luther King's birthday, and it really symbolizes...